Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Embers of the Imperium. We are doing some Genesis RPG tonight. We're doing a little filler arc episode between our big chapter arcs and when we have some off time from Blades in the Dark, run by Foodie Wizard. But yeah, we're here with a few of our friends. We are here specifically with Yara, Zaldenrock, and Gervalt, now renamed Krov thanks to their new identity that they requested from the Nomad. We are here for a new mission. Let's see what they're up to. Alright guys, we are live.
Hello.
Awesome. This is your adventure, Yara. So, I don't know. Why don't we just do real quick, name and class? Just 'cause this is a in-between filler episode.
Okay. I'm playing Yar Unlar, and she's what is the actual class?
Field Scholar?
Field Scholar, I think, is what it is technically. Yeah. She's
Yes.
she's the star species, so she's part of the asteroid kind of vagabond race that tends to, deal with sciencey stuff and mechanic stuff.
Yeah, our science officer and a space dog. How about you, Zaldenrock?
I am Zaldenrock. I am a She-Cry, which is essentially bird person. She-Cry trail stalker. Part-time sniper, full-time grumpy old man.
Nice. What about you, Gerv, formerly known as Gervalt?
Cropside Oligord of the Lednev. The class is technically a captain, and recently exiled and presumed dead.
Hell yeah. Well, you guys are doing... So this is Yara's quest. Yara was looking for a science mission and wanted to get a lab and an archive for the base and the ship. I also, since you guys are bringing partners along, I allowed you to get another thing, which is the transit diodes. So let's kind of get into it, shall we? We're gonna go a little in media res here. That's not how I move the flag over. That's how I move the flag over. Weirdly, it doesn't want you to be on the top where it exists. It wants you to be next to it. Whoop. Well, that's not supposed to happen. Hold on a second. Put that on the map layer. Alright.
Yeah, we're just moving wormholes around.
I mean, it happens. So, you guys are doing a little research mission. Since you guys recently got the space layer that's on that asteroid in Plateau's Rift, you guys are able to access a wormhole. Thanks to events behind the scenes, all wormholes are now connected. And this is an unusual phenomenon. You're not sure what has caused this or anything. So upon traveling through, you now have easy access to this wormhole. So you are investigating the system known as Quan. Whoop. You can see in the little thingy over there. It is a well-populated planet. It has been ever since the Lazax area before the Twilight Wars. Thanks to its really convenient position right next to the Beta wormhole. It's been highly contested by both the humans and the Letnev, which are the space drow. You guys Gervalt knew that. You guys maybe heard him complain about it every once in a while. Grumble, grumble. So you guys are here in a Jolnar research vessel. You've basically been allowed to share what information you have regarding the wormhole and its technology. Yara, you were the most interested in this. Gervalt was somewhat also interested just because it's a contested system, but the only person that could let you come here is Zaldenrock, because the She-Cry have kind of gathered a super weapon, and they're pushing their weight around in the galaxy. They are occupying this majority human colony. So you convince them to allow this research vessel to come through. The Hylar are extremely grateful to you guys. So, go up here. I just kind of split the map in half just to show like what's going on outside of Quan versus the wormhole in the same system. But also, we're just going to pretend that you guys are inside of the Hylar vessel right now. It's like a glossy white metal ship with green glass domes to sort of accommodate for the Hylar and their amphibious qualities.
Just say amphibiac.
Amphibic. Yeah, so some of them are, in their little kind of walking fish tank suits that are like little spiders with a globe, and then the little guy is stuck inside. They kind of look like green goblins with tiny tentacles instead of hair and like gills, or like whatever frogs have, depending on which type they are. But there are some that are just not in a suit, that are just kind of swimming around in the big containers that contain them and their technology. It's a lot harder for you guys to get in there, but they have an area that is open to other species, much more accommodating for them as well as you guys. One of the scientists is named Maikubal Deluva. That is your contact, Yara. They regard you with curiosity as well as excitement for the prospects of researching the wormhole. Yes, there's been a lot of activity in the wormhole lately. It's been very volatile. I was wondering what your kind of takes were on the wormhole. Perhaps what you're looking to get out of this.
Could I roll like a science to see how much I already know on it or anything?
In general, you are fairly knowledgeable. You don't need to do a roll or anything.
Okay. Do we know where they know where it goes for one, I guess?
Well, that's the thing. The wormhole used to only connect to other beta wormholes in the galaxy, but as of late, it has opened up a whole new realm of possibilities. There are, for instance, traffic that goes to alpha wormholes, as well as a delta wormhole, which we had never been able to access before. We're trying to investigate exactly what has gone on here. We picked Quan because it is, although contested, one of the safest wormholes. For instance, it isn't in an asteroid field, or in unknown, uncharted space.
That's a fair point. Has there been any inconsistency on what triggers the different locations you travel to? Like different field, frequency, something?
We're trying to figure that out. There's been some consistency, but we're trying to figure out what's keeping it stabilized like this. But your work is much appreciated here, and we thank you for all of the special things that you've shared with us, especially regarding your friend, Sin. They are in one of our examination rooms as we speak, but trust me, they are not being harmed in any way.
They'd make sure they'd be able to get out of there if they were.
Oh, of course, of course. They have complete consent and complete freedom as to their restraints and their abilities. They are also not underwater. I know you people get testy about that.
Yes, a lot of creatures cannot breathe properly. The different circulatory systems and all.
Yes, an unfortunate difference in many species. But, it looks like our fellow has just finished calibrating. Unit L5388, I presume?
Yes, it is I.
And a tall, very tall, robotic, cybernetic creature approaches you. They have a skeletal frame, 4 arms, 2 of which are kind of like heavily augmented with different tools inside of their like tibula and fibula, ulna and radius, like that forearm part of their body. They have like this big crest upon their head and red eyes behind their sunken sockets. You recognize one of these as a member of the L1Z1X MindNet, otherwise known as the L1 or the Lizix.
I haven't had a good time with those guys so far in the adventure.
We
died twice to them.
understand that you have had run-ins with us in the past, but trust us,
We are here only in the respect of sharing of information, as we have promised in our treaty. And I assume that the unit Mycubal Daluva will be able to accommodate for the wormhole technology that they are sharing with us, in exchange for our L1Z1 transit diode technology. We are excited about the opportunity that this brings. After all, we are all facing a dire threat in the galaxy. The necrovirus has emerged, and you must be inoculated, or else we, even in our great wisdom, would be unable to take on the threat.
Yeah, I've had
that
a few. I've run into that
would
recently.
arise.
You mind if I do a scan of you real quick, if that's not too intrusive?
A scan of yours truly? I have come here with no ill will toward you. So I have come with no ill implements for you. You may scan my frame.
All right, I just want to do a scan to make sure they're not infected after the kind of trauma from last time.
All right. We'll set this at difficulty 2.
I got a scan. I got the what is it? I got a new personal computer. What do they call them here?
The savants.
Yeah, I got a new Servant. I have a quintessensor. Can that help at all?
It allows you to perform the scan, basically.
Okay. And this computer check or science check?
We'll call this a science check because you're not really hacking anything. You're trying to intuit the function.
Okay.
I mean, hell yeah, that's 4 successes and an advantage. It's what?
Nothing. You can continue.
Oh, okay. The technology is very advanced, highly biologically integrated. It is very dependent on the creatures, like things like their circulatory system, things like their brain are almost fully intact with a few augmentations. This is, for all intents and purposes, the same creature that it was back in the day. And back in the day was about 10,000 years ago. These are the last unliving remnants of the Lazax Empire. They claim that the throne is theirs. And they just assume that all other people will fall in line once they, reclaim the throne. But they are nothing if not reasonable people, if logic dictates anything. That's what you know from your lore, generally. But your science scan, they don't have anything dangerous except for what is built in. It looks like it has been turned off with like a safety, like an external safety. It could be turned on very easily, but it's been turned off as a sign of good faith, I guess. They have like these arm blades as well as like an integrated like positron emitter kind of thing.
Okay. And Yar's just gonna type a quick note and send it to everybody on the team for like their savants, and then be like, "Okay, you seem good. I'll trust you."
That is gratifying that I am trusted by our captain. You are not the captain, are you?
No, I point to what is your new name? Kurtz?
Krav? Curtis? Krav?
Krav.
It's Krav.
Yeah, Krav.
Krav is nearby, within like earshot. They open up their savant and they can see that the specs of Unit 5388 been uploaded to his savant. He's working with some of the other researchers on something else. He's kind of just observing them and making sure they aren't doing anything untoward. Zaldenrock is at another research station, just kind of looking on in curiosity. Are you two doing anything?
I'm probably looking at their, what do they have, like big glass aquariums or whatever?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm probably like, I get like close to look, but my beak kind of hits it. I'm like, oops. Then I look close again, my beak hits it, and I kind of just looks like I'm pecking at it, but I'm really kind of not.
You're trying to get close, so you keep like moving your beak to the sides to try to see through the very thick glass. It needs to
I
be
like to
that
imagine
thick.
that you're like the pelican that's trying to eat a capybara, but it can't fit in his mouth, so it just kind of looks dejected.
Yeah, old habits. Ugh. Yeah, I don't really know what else I'm just kind of observing. This is all foreign to me. I'm kind of just waiting until I need to be in security action mode.
Sure. And you are, of course, in between glances, you are eyeing the L1 unit that is.
Oh yeah, no, this guy is sus as hell to me, so I am keeping an eye on him.
Yes, understandably. Most people regard them very uncomfortably. They only tolerate his presence because he has promised to not only share technology, but to inoculate this ship against the necrovirus. They have defeated the necrovirus before, so at least they can slow it down. They've been sending these kind of units to the other great races in an attempt to preemptively strike down the necrovirus should it arise again.
Also, I had to
computer
deal with
vaccine.
Shikrai.
Sorry?
I had to deal with Shikrai as well, so additional uncomfort on my end.
Yes, of course. You were the only thing that could get you guys in, but
Right.
how did you feel needing to interact with not just the Shikrai, but the Argent Flight?
Oh boy, just like, wait a minute, you're doing what with the planet blow up missile? Like, is that the priority right now?
It is classified. You cannot be privy to it, especially not in your station. Begone.
Just sound. All right. Well, it sounds more like a spite move at the end of a long game, but okay.
Sounds more like a random thing that a guy did in a TI4 game that the DM made
I
canon
don't
for some
know.
reason.
I don't know who'd do that.
kind of weird. All right.
All right.
So, how about you, Gervalt? What are you up to? Do you want to invent anything that's on this ship?
Well, I want to since it's a ship, it obviously has like navigational recordings and such. So I want to see if I can access and download the sensor log.
Okay. Are you trying to do so, like, surreptitiously, or like, are you looking for information that would probably be not supposed to be in your hands?
I don't think any information is supposed to be on my hands. Like, it's gonna be suspicious no matter what.
That's true, but I figured, are you like trying to get like intel for the Letnev, since Quan is an interest to them?
Not necessarily. It is more of yes, actually, because I'm not trying to send it to LedNet per se, but I do want to like look at the general
Yeah, you
traffic
want it.
patterns.
You want that information for yourself. Whether or not you send it to the Letnev is your own prerogative, since they are kind of your enemy. But
Yeah.
maybe this could buy you back in. Your bargaining brain, lizard brain, kind of tells you.
Mm-hmm. That hey, I'm not playing a Winu. I don't have a lizard brain. Thank you very much.
He's got a basic paranoia that's kind of useful for strategy.
To me, it's more of the because the Quan wormholes changed. That means that the security routing and the patrols probably have changed as well. So I just want an update.
Okay. If I'll be willing to, if you spend a story point and do a roll, if you succeed at the roll, or maybe how much you succeed at the roll, I'd be willing to check off one of your agenda benchmarks probably
Okay,
for this. This seems kind of important specifically for you.
Okay.
Could I assist
Is
in
it
some
synced
way?
properly? Because I see 2 and 2.
Yeah, I just moved it over myself. Sorry.
Okay, and then I'm gonna.
So let's call this a stealth or computers roll, whichever works for you. And
I have
Yara
assisted.
wants to assist, so that'll be a boost.
Okay, stealth or computers. Let me just see. Okay, I'm gonna use stealth. However, I'm going to use my new ability once per game. I get to upgrade, so I'm going to do get 4 upgrades. I get upgrades equal to my presence rating, which is 4.
Nice.
So 4 upgrades to my
Cool.
stealth.
Okay, well, we will call this difficulty 2. I mean, everybody's kind of bustling around, so they're somewhat distracted already, so hopefully this is in the bag for you. You're good to go, with 4 upgrades I have applied. Are you kidding me?
That is unlucky. I'm sorry.
Holy
Wow.
shit. I have never seen so many blanks in my goddamn life. Well, not
I
even
mean-
blanks. They're mostly threats and advantages that got canceled out. But jeez.
Yeah, wow. Oh well, nothing happened. Don't mind me.
How do
Okay.
you want to spend the advantage?
Oh.
So I'm gonna say that you're kind of ordering people around, telling people to fetch things for you, and they're like, "Well, what do we need that for?" You're like, "That doesn't matter. I'm the captain of the other vessel. Yara told me that we need this. Go get it." And you're kind of just ordering people around, using your presence to uplift yourself. But even so, most of the Hylar are like making things difficult for you. They don't really take kindly to taking orders, not just from another ship, but also from you specifically. They're not
Who's
stupid.
this motherfucker?
Yeah, who's this guy? He's trying to get information on the Quan wormhole. Make things difficult for them. You get an advantage, so maybe you could apply a boost to somebody else's next check.
Yeah, that seems. Whatever I did was enough of a distraction for you guys to do something else.
I
Very well.
could also offer you, since this is a little important, I could offer you a devil's bargain. I know this is blade speak, but if I'll let you succeed on this at a cost, and I'm not sure what that cost is yet.
Okay.
I'm
I'll buy that for $1.
buy that for $1. I think that the L1 unit, the L1 unit is going to go over to you since you've been barking orders at everybody, and it is much taller than you. Its skeletal grimace looms over you. Little Letnev, you must have fond memories of this place. It truly still means something to you. It does to us as well. I could perhaps give you this information if you'd be willing to part with something yourself.
What do you want?
I know who you are. You are Gervolt. You are the one who was on the radars of the Letnev, the Admiral's brother. You need to give me intelligence on your family.
I don't know how that's going to turn out.
Your family kind of sucks. It sounds like a great deal.
Yeah, but Gervalt is very into his family.
Is your family that you have betrayed more important than your interests in this wormhole, my little drow friend?
I betrayed no one.
You can tell yourself whatever you want, but this is my offer. I need to know their whereabouts and what they have been up to.
Or it's like they'll find you first.
All right. Are you denying this guy?
Yeah, I'm basically denying the guy.
Okay. In that case, since you didn't fail the roll and you didn't accept the devil's bargain or anything, I'm not going to do anything bad to you. I was going to do stress to you if you had taken it, but it's fine. No agenda benchmark though.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, fine.
Zaldenrock, did you have anything, by the way? Because you've come in contact with the Argent Flight. Did you want to do anything with your benchmark? Your agenda? 'Cause I know it involves bringing information back to them, doesn't it?
Right. Do I have any information I can provide them? I thought we...
I mean, you
Marked
have
off.
one of their weapons for them to examine, probably.
Or find a weakness. It says I have one benchmark, so I did something.
Yeah.
Granted, I just forgot what it was. Yeah, I have that, the beam rifle, right? Not the beam rifle, the disassembler rifle.
Yeah. I would say if you...
It's out of ammo currently, but yeah, I can bring
Ooh.
him that and be like, I've been fiddling with this that I found.
Yeah, if you just give up that, no roll needed, then you can mark off a second benchmark.
All right, yeah, we'll do that. I mean, it's
Out of ammo anyway, and it's
out of ammo
difficult
anyway.
to
Where-
refuel it.
What's it to me? I have a bow and arrow right now anyway, so I'm fine.
This will very much come in handy for the Argent Flight. This is a pathway for your reintroduction, should you choose to accept it, my little feathered friend.
Not currently. I think I still have more I need to accomplish on the way of independent research. But maybe if you actually find something fruitful out of this, what I provided, and maybe have more of a tenacity to get something done, I'll reconsider.
The Argent Flight prides itself on its zeal, and this will give us much in the ways of that. Your independent streak has always been a spit in the eye for the Argent Flight, but this proves that your way has merit. Keep doing what you're doing, Zoldenrock, and come see us anytime.
Will do.
All right.
Thank you. I'm leaving now.
Very good.
All right. Yara, this is your mission, and we just did 2 benchmarks for other people, but
That's fine. That
Alright,
was because of
sick.
diplomacy.
yeah, that's fine. It kind of made sense anyway. So we've done all the research that we can here. My Kubel is like, well, I think we're done for the day. If you'd like, you can go down to the planet and enjoy the festivities of Quan. I hear that there is a festival going on down there. If you'd like, I can give you accommodations at our laboratory. We have been doing research here at the Quan wormhole for generations.
Yeah, I'd like to visit the laboratory. If I can collect some copies of your samples, that'd be great. Or if I could even capture some sort of sensor, for my own purposes, that'd be nice. I could, go back and forth between you guys.
You are more than welcome to access all of our archives and laboratory. Our research is yours, Yara. If anything, this could be a new beginning between us and the Tsar, sharing their technology. We thought that they were just kind of, no offense, but just kind of raving nomads. We didn't know that they had such technology at their disposal, other than raiding our outposts. But it is a complicated galaxy, and we understand that. If we can
It's a little
learn...
difficult to organize as well when you have your species split across the universe. We do our best.
That can prove difficult. Our laboratories have been cut off from us before, so we do know what that feels like. And we also know what it feels like to lose sight of an entire slave race that we had used for millennia. But, you win some, you lose some. The Gashlai are free now. They were very
That was kind of
strong.
a weird thing to say. I think we should continue on.
Of course. You could shuttle down, but the transit diodes are right here.
I just want to make sure the transit diodes are safe, I guess.
They look safe. I mean,
Alright.
you calibrated them. They were installed by, you guys and your team.
Alright, we'll take a transit diode. Alright, you guys ready to just go check out the laboratory?
GM, have you never heard the phrase, don't trust anyone, not even yourself?
Pretty much.
All right. Well, we will send you guys down, and I will follow once we have everything set up. Unit L5388, can you please beam them down? Sorry, I don't think we're allowed to call it beaming. Can you transit them down via the diodes?
Of course. I am looking forward to this.
The unit heads over to the console.
Said that very suspiciously.
I say everything suspiciously, my friend. It is how I do things.
And they begin typing away at the console. Suddenly, the entire cruiser rocks. And you guys are looking around what the fuck happened? Alarms start going off as the teleportation starts to get in gear. You guys try to get off the pad, but what's going on? They're already locked in the control field. We can't get them out right now. Well, do something. Those meters are off the charts.
Attempting to accommodate for this discrepancy. I swear this was not the L1's fault. This is your faulty mechanics, not our cybernetics, our superior. Just do something about it. They are like scrambling about, but it all fades away as you guys teleport down to the surface of the planet. Yippee!
You don't get to go to the cozy inn.
You don't get to go to the cozy inn? No. No,
Okay.
sadly. Alright. You guys arrive on Quan. You kind of like touch your bodies and you're like, oh, okay.
Everybody have as many limbs as they started with?
It seems that way. You all look each other up and down.
Yeah, I flutter around. I may be missing a couple feathers, but that's normal.
I'll just do like a quick quintessential check on everybody, make sure everybody's good.
Sure. As you start calibrating the quintessensor, you guys start looking around. Has anyone been to Quan before?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. I'll just say that anybody can spend a story point to say they're from Quan.
Is Quan one of the, like, 3 Shikrai planets?
No, it is a main
Then-
trade hub near. It's very close to Arcturus, like the Nomads planet.
I'll say I spent a story point to say I never lived here, but I visited here maybe a few times.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yara, you've been here before. As you're calibrating the sensors, you look around. They've really improved the place. Like, this place was a dilapidated town that's like still reeling from the like Twilight Wars, but this place is an immaculate city. Even some of the larger buildings that required like complex machinery to fix, they've all been rebuilt in their like mightiest form. Maybe the Hylar have been sharing their technology. It soon becomes apparent, however, upon quintessensor scan, that damn it, that's not a good sound.
Hold on, I just got an email.
Nope. Okay, that would have been a better sound for the transport. Well, anyway, you do beepy boops. And with those beepy boots, you notice something that is off. Everybody's totally technically fine, but something is anomalous. Everybody here is fine, but the space around them has a different chronoton wavelength. It appears
Time travel?
that you guys are not in the correct time period.
Fuck.
Great.
You're
I
trying.
don't know quantum science.
Why don't we calibrate the old quintessensor? Let's have you make a very difficult computers check. It's not 5, but it's difficulty 4.
Anybody else able to help me with this? Like, have computers so they could help me, 2 hands better than one thing?
I'm also gonna use that story point that you just spent to upgrade the difficulty.
Okay.
You
Anyone
got
have
this.
anything?
You'll be fine.
Okay. Da-da-da-da.
Not really a computers guy.
Oh, did I press it twice? I did press it twice.
You did. We'll go with the first one because it's your first input.
Also, for success.
Also, it's 4
You didn't need our help.
successes. All right. With 4 successes, you are able to pinpoint the approximate time that you have appeared in. That time is about 10,000 years ago in the distant past. This is the time when Quan was technically a soul colony, but also technically a vassalate of the Lazax Empire. This is the height of their reign.
Well, that's annoying.
As
But
you,
do they have wormhole technology?
You're not sure. The wormhole has always been here, even in that period. It's a very stable wormhole
Okay,
until,
I
of
gotta-
course, today.
I grab Yara like Frank the Pug. Is like, what did you do?
You saw the robots, something else happened. But this is apparently, and I just show him the thing, the number that it's telling me, 10,000 years ago.
You look around and you can, sure enough, see that there are occasional Lazax just like walking around like it's nothing. Not cybernetically enhanced ones like the L1, but just normal four-armed, tall, blue-skinned, bald dudes. Each one of them is usually wearing like tall, like long robes that flow around their legs. Like they have these sort of like crown accessories that kind of rest around their heads. It's been rumored that they have like telepathic like powers or something, but nothing's been ever confirmed because you can't really study the Lazax. Not after 10,000 years. It's all just rumors and myth. But here they are in the flesh. Fascinating if it weren't so terrifying that you've been displaced in time.
Is there any sort of internet I can hook up to, or is it just not like syncable?
There does not appear to be a Wi-Fi that you can connect with. Their technology is very ancient and alien to you.
Yeah.
Also, before we move on, somebody poked us on Discord and said that Twitch appears to be stuck on the stream starting soon screen.
God damn it.
So before we go any further, I don't know if we want to check into that.
God damn it.
Thank you, Renan.
Thank you, Renan. Well, that was annoying. Well, either way. Maybe I should, like, stitch this together or something. Alright, well, either way, you guys arrive on Quan 10,000 years in the past. You look around, and you can see the Lazax are here. You can see that it's a human colony still. There's no Shikrai in the sky, like, that are occupying the place. In fact, there aren't a lot of Shikrai around at all. Not to your, like, knowledge. They were very rare in this time period. Before they, like, revealed themselves as the Argent Flight, they were just random diaspora of other bird people. Let's see. You guys are approached by a bunch of Sol guards. They are wearing, like, their beefy kind of marine outfit, and one of them looks not like a space marine. They are, like, more well-dressed than the others. They approach you and say, "You, Letnev, you must be the diplomat that we're looking for. Quickly, come with us."
Very well.
Okay.
Hey, what? Okay.
Okay. We're his entourage.
All right. You guys follow the Sol, trying to kind of blend in. There are no Letnev around. It is unnerving for you, Gervald. There's at least some of them around, like maybe traders or something, or maybe there's like a bar that caters to them nearby. But here, there are none. It's just humans and Lazax, and maybe a few other races.
Excellent. I'm surrounded by my enemies. It means I can swing in all directions.
All right. You guys are led into a chamber in one of the tallest buildings after a long elevator ride. So let's... Okay, come on. Jeez, I'm just trying to grab these guys. Come on. Yeah. Pull everybody. Okay. Man, you guys would have loved to see all the stuff that was going on in the last in the other room when we didn't have the stream starting soon up. Anyway, you guys are brought into this nice room in the white shining city of Juan. You're overlooking the grand city, seeing like ships just like flying by, other Sol ships like mustering and landing in the various like pads that extend for miles. This place is filled with like velvet and flags depicting the symbol of Sol underneath the Lazax sigil, which is similar to the L1Z1 one, which is like a bunch of L's that have kind of been rearranged into a rectangle in general. I don't have that symbol on these dudes, but either way, you're brought into this room. It looks very important. You are brought before a bunch of robed humans, and they regard you angrily as the door closes behind you, and the guards, 2 guards like stay inside while 3 more like guard the door from the outside. As they approach, or as you guys approach, rather, one of them bangs their fist on the table and says, "Damn it! You finally arrived! What the hell is going on? Why are you darkening our skies with your stupid dreadnoughts?" Now, we need to calm down and just take it from their perspective. We are meant to be very diplomatic here. This is a tense situation. We don't want things to escalate. Now, Mr. What is your name? Dear Krov, wait, we don't know your name. Dear Letnev diplomat.
I represent the Haas Arkrai. I'm here to assess the situation. I'm the sign of the House Arkrai. I'm here to assess the situation and to determine to hear your demands and complaints.
All right. So this is going to be a social encounter, is how we're going to run this.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are going to be speaking with the Quan bureaucrats, with Krov leading most of the actions, although you guys are allowed to, like assist and pitch in and whatnot. So let's do some initiative, shall we? I need to remember how to do all that. I think I need to, remove all the difficulties. That's what I need to do. Okay, you guys can roll initiative. Let's roll cool, because you guys have been, like, aware of the situation, generally.
Uh-oh.
All right. Cool. So a PC is going first. Krov, do you want to lead with something?
Okay. I'm just looking at the timeline. The 10,000 years ago, what was the event? I'm trying to just get a.
Ooh, why don't you do a lore check as your action? This will count as like a social attack on them.
Okay, lore check.
Yeah, I'll set it as difficulty 3, but I'll give you a boost because you probably were taught this stuff in Letnev kindergarten.
Mm-hmm. And also, I do want to spend a story point.
All right, I will upgrade it.
Okay, let's see. Knowledge, lore, okay. Oh, come on.
Ooh, lots of threats. Okay. I'm going to deal 1 strain to you. Actually, since you failed this check, that's a social check, I'm going to deal 2 strain to you plus 1 from the threats. And then I'm going to give you a setback die.
So 3.
Yep, 3 total strain. You are searching your mind for all of the stuff that you learned so long ago in history lessons, but you didn't think you'd ever need to recall it this perfectly. You're not sure what exactly happened around this time period that Yara showed you. You just know the basics about what I've told you. As you fumble, kind of confused with these like bureaucrats, they kind of are like getting uncomfortable. One is getting angry. Another one is like kind of nervously looking at you, like what's going to happen. You can technically do a maneuver if you want to boost somebody else.
It's like, yeah. Why don't we boost someone else? Let's go boost Yara next. Whatever like technical information that Yara can bring up would be nice.
All right, Yara, would you like to go?
Yeah, I can go. He was able to do a lore check. What type of lore check is it specifically?
I was looking for history.
It's knowledge lore.
Oh, it's just knowledge lore.
Yep.
I want to see if I want to use my... Wait, this is going to sound stupid, but I can use my computer skill for this because of my talent, remember?
That's true. You might have had stuff saved in your data banks,
Yeah.
even though you don't have the Wi-Fi in your favor.
You just have Wikipedia just saved offline.
I just have Encyclopedia saved onto my thing just in case.
Okay.
So I pull up my encyclopedia on my Savant and quickly scroll through it, putting in as many keywords as I can relevant to the thing. I'm going to roll a computer's check for this lore check.
Okay. It'll be the same difficulty. You just don't have the boost and you don't have the upgrade, but you're using your computer skill.
Which is significantly better.
All right.
All right, let's go. Threatening.
Success, but threats. We're going to, I guess, give you a setback as well for your next roll. And give you 1 strain. As you quickly fumble through your Savant, looking for anything that can tell you what's going on, you realize that this exact time period and why they're probably calling for a Letnev diplomat is because this is the occupation of the Quan wormhole by the Letnev. They have brought their blockade into Quan space to stop anybody from entering the wormhole or leaving the wormhole.
Do I know how this resolves?
You do. You know that this is the shot heard round the galaxy. This is the beginning of the Twilight Wars.
Yes!
Great. I'm going to just quickly text this all to Gervalt on his Savant.
Oh shit.
I don't know how important messing with the time flow is, but this is when shit hit the fan. Here's the info. If anything, I say we buy time for us to figure out our solution before trying to stop time.
Send. All right.
That sounds like a Final Fantasy / Kingdom Hearts sound.
That is a Pokemon sound. But anyway.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll say I'm giving a boost to whoever's going next as well by basically sending this info to everybody.
So you got 3 successes. So we're going to say that that's going to deal 4 strain to these guys, which is enough to take one of the bureaucrats out. Because I did say this was going to count as a social check.
Mm-hmm.
One of them just faints in front of us. Are you okay, buddy?
Hey, buddy. We'll say the angry guy, he's overly frustrated with Krov, and once Yara texts Krov, like, the information, Krov starts, like, filibustering a little bit to try to buy some time, and the angry guy just goes, "This is ridiculous! I'm not sitting here for this! You've lost our compensation for this, this city. We're recalling our people." Whatever he needs to say, and he storms out. Alright, NPC turns. Okay. They are going to attempt a negotiation check against Gervalt. So this is going to be a social attack against your negotiation, Krav. What is yours?
Which stat do you need?
Your negotiation ranks. Like, well, not ranks, but like, what dice are you rolling?
4 greens.
4 greens. Okay. Now I'm going to roll against that. I'll use a story point to upgrade it, at least. Okay, make sure the number of minions is correct. 2 minions left. Okay, negotiation. Oh, they succeed. Krav, you take 2 strain. They, however, get 4 threats. We can say...
Why my token doesn't update the bars? It just doesn't seem to do that anymore.
It might be because I copied this token in. If you drag a new one in, it might fix it.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. I can have them suffer 1 strain, and then accidentally reveal their desire or fear. So let's... Yeah, what one do you want?
Fear.
Alright. Let me get some motivations going. Okay. Their greatest fear is, in general, this minion group's greatest fear, at least for one of them, is basically doing anything morally reprehensible. They have a duty to the people here that they believe is unshakable. They're afraid of doing something evil or wrong, or something they consider evil. So if you use that against them, you will get a fear. You will get 2 boosts.
Okay.
All right. But otherwise, you took the strain. I'll do another strain to them. So they're negotiating with you guys. And they're saying, listen, you need to recall your armada. This is a very tense situation, and we do not want to come to blows. But we will defend ourselves if we need to, because this is a vital choke point for the Sol colonies and the Federation as a whole. You understand this, right? The Lazaks aren't going to take this sitting down either.
We are counting on it. That is why we chose this location. You have to understand that the age of the Lazaks is coming to an end, and in their thrashing, when they are swept by the flood, they are not going to let you onto the boat. This planet will burn, and the best thing we can do is to form a strong a hold onto this planet. There's a reason why the sky is darkened, yet the ground does not lay charred. It's because of we are, whether you like it or not, in this together. The Lazak, you said, will not take this lying down. They were always pressing and tugging at our yokes, regardless of the situation. It is us today. It'll be you tomorrow.
All right. Well, it wasn't your turn, so that's how you defend against their attack. Their successful attack. So I guess, in spite of your poetic words, you are still like shaking on the inside, but saving face as a Letnev on the outside. But you are nervous that something bad could happen here. Zaldenrock, you have the last PC turn.
Oh
I wanna
god.
shoot.
Oh boy. Alright. So damn, I have no idea how I would attempt to do this besides show my gun and say, can we all cooperate here?
I mean,
But
it's
that
something you could
escalates
do.
things quickly.
It's just going to
That's
add
the problem.
threats to the situation.
Yeah. Alright, so we're trying to calm the Quan bureaucrats down between them and the infantry soldiers. Is that what we're trying to do here?
The infantry soldiers are just.
Oh, they're just
They work
just
for them.
backup.
They're just
Oh, okay,
backup in
got
case
it.
things go bad.
Can I try to do what, like, pretty much say what Krov said and back up that theory of, like, yeah, no, we're, like, the Lazaks, their time is done, we are in this together, we kind of need to get our heads in order and not lose our contemperament or whatever.
It sounds like that might be negotiation or charm. Do you want to do one of those?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's not, either one isn't going to be great for me, but...
It seems like Gervalt's taking the coercion route. Do you want to take the charm route in case it's like
Yeah,
more effective?
I'll be good cop, I guess.
Right.
Good bird.
All right.
Alright.
Let me hold on. I need to set their difficulty.
Right.
So you're doing charm. That's against their
Yeah.
cool. Their cool is
So
difficulty 2, so you're good to go.
Well, we have 2 story points, it looks like.
Yep.
All right.
They've been flowing.
I'll use one at least.
All right. Upgrading your check. Wow.
Noticing no symbols there, that is interesting.
We don't
Nobody
recognize
takes the
your
bird
kind,
seriously.
Shikrai. We don't even know what you're doing here. Perhaps one of the Letnev's pets. Their servants. We know that they keep servants.
Extremely racist.
Zaldenrock, you're going to take 2 strain because you failed a social check. I always forget that.
That's fine.
Alright, the top of the round, who wants it? Gervalt, it sounds like you had stuff to say.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Look, we all know what you're afraid of. You're afraid that the city's gonna burn. That is always the risk that you're willing to take by being here. And you can either join us and be the first in a vanguard to liberate ourselves from the Lazak's menace, or you could be the first unfortunate victim caught in the crossfire. Remember, we are over the skies. but we have not done anything. We are blocked, but we are not destroyed. Because we do not. Our quarrel is not with you, but you are in our path. And
Okay.
we need the Lazax to be defeated. Our kind, and frankly, so do the others. I cannot just wave my hand toward Yara and Zaldarmok's direction. Cannot stand for this any longer.
Okay. Do you want to call this coercion or perhaps leadership?
Leadership is slightly better.
Okay. And I mean, it sounds like you're kind of trying to take charge of this situation, like from a magnanimous sort of setting of not killing them. So
I'm so generous.
So
I don't.
leadership is versus their discipline. I think they have discipline, so let me check. They do. It's not super good, but it does mean that there's a red in there now.
All right, that's fine.
All right. I'm going to upgrade this one as well, just because I want to keep them the points flowing back and forth. You are good to roll your leadership.
The story points must flow.
Oh, I forgot to add your setback for the next check. I'll do
Okay.
+1 setback. No need to reroll. I will just roll this one. Okay, so 1 success. And 1 threat. You take a strain. You can remove that icon as well. They are going to take 2 strain, which gets rid of one of the bureaucrats. And overflows to the next one. There's 1 left. 1 has been placated. They kind of lean back in their chairs, set almost at ease, and maybe perhaps a little excited at the prospect of working with the Letnev against their oppressors, the Lazax, and turns to their last companion who hasn't spoken that much. Well, what do you think about this? I'm just not sure. There's been lots of talk about this. We don't even know exactly why they've decided to take this move. Word travels slowly, and the Lazax don't really let us talk to each other that much. Who wants the next PC turn?
I can take the next PC turn. I'm
Sure.
gonna use some skills. So you'll have to let me know if this is fine or not. But I want to use applied research, which basically lets me switch the skills for knowledge skills. And I want to basically do a computers check because I basically got all this info, and I'm going to basically say, based on this historical thing, your chances are much better trying to unite with the Letnev against the Lazak at the moment and prevent any casualties here than it is to try and go against the Letnev at the moment. They gotta, if you work together, you have a strategic position. If you work against each other, then there'll be casualties on both sides, and especially on the planet for no real benefit, because it seems like the Lazaks are going to be retaliatory no matter what, just because of the Letnev's first motion.
Okay, so I was gonna call this a negotiation check, but you're doing it as a computer's check?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a negotiation or coercion or whichever one you want to do, but basically I'm using applied research to do it as a computer's check instead.
Okay. We'll count it as a negotiation for their defense. So it'll be 1 red, 1 purple, and your setback, so 1 black.
Okay, here I go. Sweet.
Oh, it's a
Using
triumph.
all that applied research paid off. I'm just like, okay, this happens. Okay, they should do this.
All right. So you can spend that advantage however you want. You can boost an ally's next check, or you could recover. Actually, you could do both. You can just, as long as it's just the next ally that gets a boost, and then you can recover 1 strain.
Yeah, I'll boost the next person and recover a strain.
All right. That's a success. It's also more than enough, even with the triumph, to bring this guy all the way up to full wounds. I'm gonna say that you find something like critical on your info packet. The entire reason that the Letnev were like blockading the wormhole is because they were upset about like sanctions and tariffs that the Lazax had passed on them, like, and their goods passing through the wormhole. It was meant to punish the Letnev. but it will also punish the Federation as well, because they control the wormhole, and this will dramatically affect like the economy coming in and out of Quan. So you let Gurvald know this and like bring it up to the bureaucrats. They're like talking amongst themselves.
Letnev might be acting out, but their interests also align with yours. The Lazaks are trying to squash trade in general, prevent more communications and follow through between the nations.
Well, I suppose that you're right. After all, it is sanctions, and we didn't realize that that's why you were here. You just appeared out of the sky. We tried contacting you for days, but you sent no diplomats, no ambassadors. We were worried that nobody would come. Very well. We will ensure that this information gets to the Saw Fleet, and we will cease all aggressions. This is understood. Thank you, Prov, Arcry of the Letnev. They kind of like use your entire full name, Prov Sida Olergoat, of the Arcry family.
Oh, out of character, I want to ask you if I can do something dumb.
Sure.
Say no. I want to make a CD. I want to ask them to start a CD in my name if this is 10,000 years in the past.
They want a CD? What do you mean?
I want to make an investment portfolio that's
Oh,
called
a CV.
CV. There we go. Yeah. I want to invest a few Ore. See what happens.
I thought you were gonna make a mixtape.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Why
I
do you
want to
wanna
make
be
a sick.
DJ?
I want to make a sick mixtape with those thick Lazax
I want to
beats.
open an account that only comes to fruition on the date that I knew I teleported.
Okay. I mean, we can see if that happens. The bureaucrats are satisfied. They allow you to leave.
Alright.
Alright. Successful encounter. You guys can recover strain if you'd like.
I got no strain.
Well, you do. You don't.
It's been a while.
rather.
What do you roll for that again?
It is I have it in front of me.
Might be
Discipline
cool as
or
well.
cool, whichever's better.
Yeah.
I just got rid of all the difficulties, so you're good to go.
2, perfect.
Yep, it's just the successes.
Yep.
Alright. So you guys, you leave the embassy, and you're relieved that you've averted, like, the worst case scenario. I mean, what do you guys do? You guys have free reign, but it's important
I
that
wanna
you...
go look for a research facility of some kind or an archive, something scientific-y.
That's probably a good thing to look up. You do recall that my Kubel has he has been like working here for generations. You wonder if that means all the way back to this time period, if his family's been working there.
That was which person again?
That is the
The
Hylar
robot?
that was working for you guys.
Okay, the one in the suit thing.
Yep.
Okay.
All
I
of them are in
mean-
the suit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll take a look.
Sure.
We'll see if we can find anybody who knows how to use this version of the internet.
You try on your way to like look things up. You go into like effectively a gas station to look and see if maybe there's something that you can invest in, some cheeky thing that you could do for the future, but you're
The
really not
iPhone
sure if anything's gonna work because this stuff is completely alien to you.
Okay, invent Velcro. There's an episode of Star Trek Enterprise where they try and travel back, and it's like the Vulcan lady feels bad for this guy. He's like, here, take this, take it to the patent office. And it's freaking a strip of Velcro.
Damn. I don't think I've seen Enterprise, but I vaguely remember that. So maybe it was this clip that I saw or something. Anyway, you're not sure if you can actually like have some sort of investments in play here that are going to survive the Twilight Wars that are
Yeah, that's
like
what I
going to
was
ensue,
wondering.
if they happen at all. But you go and find the research facility. It's exactly where my Kubel had said that it would be. You head inside, and the place is bustling with some Hylar. There's a few humans that are sharing things here, but they seem to be of lesser import than the Hylar that are like stomping around in their little suits. And one of them is barking orders from a tall balcony that's looking over the like all of the machine work below, where everybody's at consoles working, and they shout out, "Everybody, we need to get this perfect. You understand me? If our meteorological scans are not precise, we will not be able to have a report ready for the Lazax. And you know how antsy they get about that sort of thing." And everybody just kind of like nods and starts like rushing around even more. The appearance is almost uncanny. They seem very similar, if a bit younger than the other Mycubal that you had seen. And they introduce themselves as such when they notice that they have guests in their laboratory. "Hello, my name is Mycubal Gulabar. What brings you to our humble observatory?"
I'm not as familiar with this type of technology because I come from another portion of the galaxy. Could you mind but I have dealt with wormhole research, and I'm just kind of curious what you guys are working on here. If you could translate some of these readings.
The wormhole? I suppose. We've just started a foray into the research of that. The Lazax had just permitted it, but now with the Letnev blocking off everything, we can't get up there, not without risking an incident. But we can see what we can do. You are one of the SAR, yes? So
Yes.
you must be working for this Letnev, yes?
Yes.
You're...
In fact, if anything, we'd be willing to make our way up there, since he could possibly get clearance as a Letnev if that's needed.
Of course. You seem rather astute for one of the serviles that the Letnev have dominated in the past. But, you know, perhaps the Letnev are taking a new approach at enlightening their conquests. We think a similar approach is also important. Come along. And then he kind of claps two metallic hands together, and a large metallic creature kind of stomps over to you guys. There is like an intense heat bursting out from them. It is one of the Gashly, the completely fire energy creatures that live on Muwat, which is across the galaxy. And to your knowledge, in this period, they were servants to the Hylar. Not a great period of their history.
I'm surprised they brought him here.
Yeah, I was about to say, if I may ask, how did such a fellow make it here? I thought they were native to another portion of the galaxy.
Oh, well, this is, my assistant, Frash. I think that's how you pronounce it. They are perfectly fine in their exosuit. We were able to augment it so that it is usable outside of their flame-resistant ships. It just needed a bit of extra plating and a coolant to the outside temperatures, but they are otherwise fine. It just regards you. It doesn't speak.
Right. To the research, then?
Of course. Now, where did you folks say that you were from? The other part of the galaxy?
Yes. Far away.
All right. So you're trying to access their research. Are you trying to like? So you're trying to figure out a way back.
Pretty much.
All right.
Trying to see if there's any, because I would have, I would have had the info of what the deal was with the wormhole for before. So I'm trying to, just compare notes to see what's different.
Okay, but you are trying to hide the fact that you are from the future from these
Yes.
Hylar. Okay, that will make things a little more difficult. So I'm gonna just add a red die to, like, I'm gonna upgrade the difficulty of anything that you guys do. So this is going to be a science check, which I believe it's just knowledge science, I believe.
All right.
So there's not
Can I ask for
much.
some help?
There's not much that your friends can do for help. This is mostly analyzing data. There's not really any instruments that they can like hold straight or anything. However, I'd be willing to say that the Hylar can help you out. We'll get my cue ball to get some people to help you, so we'll give you a boost.
Okay.
Okay, you are
Ready?
set to go.
That's a weird one.
A failure and a triumph. Okay. Okay.
Triumphantly fail.
Let's
Maybe something blows up, but the you get a great reading. You figure something out.
we'll say
Narratively, I get a tip, but something bad happens.
you can give a boost to any one of your allies as well with those advantages.
Yeah, might as well throw it to whoever wants it next. Well, if it's two of them, anybody can claim it. Is how that works,
Yep.
right? Okay, so anybody claims the next one, doesn't have to be the very next one. Yeah.
Yep. And we will say that your triumph. All right. Let's say that you failed as you're like trying to figure out information. You keep grilling Boulabar and his like his little underlings like exactly what's going on here. Like we need to figure out like this and this and this. And my Kubel is like, I'm curious. Why are you so interested in the wormhole specifically and phenomenon surrounding it? You're speaking of properties that aren't scheduled to exist, properties that do not yet exist in the wormhole yet. Furthermore, I've had my companions scan you, and something is off about your physiology, as it were. I'm not sure what to make of you, but I'm not sure if I should allow you to keep pestering us. Maybe it's safer if we just leave you on your way. You and your Letnev friend. We don't want any trouble with you spies.
I want Gurval to do the check, but I'm gonna just hand him a thing, and he's gonna just say like, let them know that we have traveled through the wormhole, and that's how we know so much. But we need to figure out how it works. Don't let them know that we're from the future.
Okay. So I'm treating this now as a social encounter after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that Triumph dealt a critical remark to them, so they have suddenly become suspicious of you, but they are potentially willing to relent at an easier pace.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Gurval, do you want to go next? Not really in turns.
Yeah. I'll go as like I'm gonna step up and basically say like listen, whatever you're since you have found out on your own, we can let you be in on it. The important thing is that I'm sure you're aware of the wormhole blockade, and we are whatever exposure that you may think is from the fact that we are the travelers from the wormhole. We do currently hold the gate, but this also means that if you're willing to assist us, my science officer here, that there'll be more access to the research data if you ally with us.
Okay. We'll call this a negotiation check, because that's what it sounds like. We'll give you your boost. We will... Hold on. They might have a good negotiation, just because they have high intelligence.
Also, I get a additional threat by natively.
Hell yeah.
Let him.
Okay, yeah, their intellect is...
You don't need to add that. It's already in the modifier.
Okay, their intellect is 4. It's already in the modifier. I've given you a boost from Yara. Do you want to spend any story points? It's 2-2.
Yeah, let's spend.
Alright, I'll upgrade it once. Difficulty 4, you're good to go.
Come on, I haven't rolled anything good.
1 threat. You take 2 strain. Well, 3 strain. You take 3 strain. Just because you failed the social check.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid that doesn't assuage my fears. We do not owe allegiance to the Letnev. They have not been kind to our people. Alright, does somebody else want to try to take them?
Rock.
You got anything on the rock?
Jesus. Can I just...
You could gunslinger diplomacy here.
Yeah, I think I kind of need to do that at this point. 'Cause it's my...
Listen
I
here,
was like, we don't want this to turn ugly, but can you please just... As the quicker we get in here, we can get out of your way.
This will be a much more complicated situation if you need us to do something drastic.
Alright.
Right.
So what does Gunslinger
Yeah,
do?
let me look at it. I'll just copy, paste.
Gunslinger diplomacy adds
To any
2
social
successes-
check. Okay.
Yeah, adds 2 successes
Yeah.
and a threat.
And a
Okay.
threat.
So we can add those after the fact. You don't need to plug them in unless it's easy for you. What kind of social check are you
Shouldn't
making?
be hard.
Coercion?
I
I think this should
assume
be a
it's
commercial.
Yeah, I don't think I'm negotiating or charming at this point.
They allow it for anything, but
Hey, you can do charming.
weirdly
It's like,
enough.
Hey, baby, check out what I got.
Hey, I like the look of this gun. Could be your gun.
I collect
Um,
guns. Look at this
yeah.
beauty.
All right, so yeah, I think coercion is fine.
Okay, coercion is
it's-
against discipline, so let me check their discipline, because that's different than their normal skill. Okay, they don't have it, so it's their straight willpower. Their willpower is 1. Ooh, this
Scaring
guy's
a
gonna
bunch
be
of nerds.
shaking in their boots. Okay, you're good to go.
All right.
3 successes and a threat.
Plus all those extra threats from it.
Well, those I added them in. The 2
Okay.
and the 1 that are there are the
Yep.
are the skill.
So you're gonna take 1 strain, Zaldenrock,
Yep.
just from the situation. But it is a success, and that's going to deal 4, 1 plus the 3 successes, which brings them up to more than willing to compromise. They're willing to compromise. You could get their full cooperation if you manage to get them full. Do you want to? Because they're going to compromise with you. Otherwise, they're going to get a turn against you guys.
Because what happens? Is there a benefit for me trying to get any more out of it?
Basically, they're gonna... Okay, I guess I should have just said what the compromise would be instead of saying, do you want to compromise? Alright. How would we compromise this? You want their full cooperation. We will say that you will not have their full cooperation until they get the opportunity to do a full diagnostic on you. To make sure that you aren't spies.
I mean, I'm fine with that. Is everyone else fine with that?
Yeah, we aren't actually spies.
Doesn't
so-
bother me.
I mean, all they're gonna see is they'll learn a little bit of weirdness, but I
Wow.
don't think they can use that for much.
You're fucking old.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Respect your elders.
you allow Gulabar to consent to the request. Alright, get some people over here. Blurg, whatever your name is, restrain them. We need them fully cooperative. This will only take a few minutes. They strap you into some devices, and then they do some powerful scans on you guys. Some of them don't hurt, but one of them starts to hurt. It kind of like tingles. And he kind of like looks to his comrades. Oh dear. That shouldn't have happened that way unless they do some further scans. Your chronotons. They're out of the proper wavelength. Why, this must be... And he does some head calculations. You must be from the future? How is that possible?
There's multiple sides to the galaxy at any one given point in the way we generally perceive time. So technically, we're both here and somewhere else.
But
you do the math
You're
again. and you'll
10,000
understand.
years out of sync.
Exactly.
That's why you were asking about... Oh dear. I apologize. Release them. We don't want them screwing up with the timeline.
Best we can. It's best for everybody if we can make it back to our own time.
Yes, it would be best if we get back to the future.
Yes, that is most fortuitous. We will do anything in our power to aid you in this endeavor. We don't want to screw things up. Things could go very wrong, and we don't want that. So, what could have done this, if the wormhole diagnostics are as you say, it's not something that we usually expect or scan for, and it doesn't usually interfere, except in the case of perhaps a transporter, a diode, trying to transport something down, or across, or wherever it's going.
But occasionally wormholes will spontaneously release a chronoton burst, and it can royally fuck with the devices, the fine-tuned devices that Lazax use. So that might have been what happened to you, judging by your story.
Yeah, well, we need to figure out how to reverse it. I'm
So
not
you're
as
saying
well versed
that
in chronotons.
You're saying that it isn't likely a foul play.
It's probably not foul play, no, but it is possible to repeat this accident. If you can get close enough to the wormhole, you would be able to induce a chronoton burst, and if you transport at the right coordinates, then it might actually send you forward in time. Not something that any sane person would intentionally do. As such, it might not even send them where they wanted to go. But if you send it to where you went back to the past, that's a point in time that is loosened. You might be able to get back exactly where you had left off. But again, the problem, you'd have to get close to the wormhole. And
I mean,
it's
would
under
Krav-
blockade.
Would Krav be able to do a little BSing? Just claim that you're giving clearance to somebody from Letnev to examine it more closely?
I'm not sure. It's possible. But, oh dear. Are you feeling alright, Miss, Tsar lady?
Am I feeling all right? That's foreboding.
They look at your hand. It has begun to become transparent.
Oh, we're doing a doesn't exist anymore scenario. Great.
Oh no.
You look at your companions. They
Finally.
are starting to fade as well. Krov's like
Yeah.
looking up at this guy. Finally, oblivion, a release.
If you are from the future as you claim, you must have altered the future at some point. This does not bode well at all. Can you think of anything that you might have done that could alter the way that the timeline is supposed to play out?
I might have had one thing. Can I have access to a phone to call a bank?
Why don't we get an intelligence check? And also, I'm just gonna put this clock over here, just for reason.
I'm gonna close my CV.
You quickly try and close your CV. What's it?
It was just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank, bro. So hold on, let me get...
Interest over 10,000 years. I had to try.
Let's do an easy science, or no, intelligence check. We can call this lore. Yeah, lore's the best one. Is anybody good at lore?
No.
No.
All right. Is
took
anybody high
science for some
intelligence?
reason.
Yeah, my high intelligence skill is knowledge science, and my intelligence is 4.
Okay, well, if your intelligence is 4, it's probably still worth it. I can have those two provide a boost.
Yeah, okay. Just a second. The thing is, for some reason. Damn
Right.
it! Roll 20.
Oh no, did it crash? I can do the roll
Yeah,
for
I
you if
just
you
had-
want.
Yeah, I guess that works.
All right.
It's a straight knowledge roll.
Straight int. Okay,
Yay!
that's a success and 4 advantages.
Can I give somebody else some stress relief?
No, unfortunately.
All right. I will have those advantages do something.
Okay.
In the future. So you succeed at this check. You realize that the diplomatic consul meeting that you were in, that probably wasn't supposed to happen if the Letnev never sent an envoy to Juan to negotiate. And if you remember correctly, and if your computers recall correctly, the Sol were actually the ones that ended up firing upon the Letnev after no negotiations took place. I think you may have accidentally ended the Twilight Wars before they started, which will mean that the Lazax will reign supreme for another 10,000 years. and you guys will not exist.
Wait, so originally the humans were supposed to fire on the Letnev? Is what you're
Yes.
saying? And
That
that
is-
would have made them enemies, but then the Letnev... But that's why
We
I'm a little
did-
confused.
Well, we didn't fire first.
You didn't.
Yeah, that's a...
That's what was so weird. You blockaded their wormhole, didn't tell them why, and then they fired upon you after, like, weeks of non-negotiation. Once that happened, the Sol Federation obliterated the Letnev fleet. Then they kept moving with their momentum and blockaded Mechatol Rex. The Letnev then went to war with the Sol, but then they helped them take down Mechatol, and basically the Lazax began fighting all of their people. Even the Hylar eventually left the Federation, like the Imperium, and it just spiraled out of control as factions started fighting, and the Lazax were consumed. Basically, a near complete genocide, save for the mind net that escaped.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like, okay, but
What if we wrote history that we still existed? Because this is like we're already forming a pre-alliance against the Letnev. Or not against the Lazak.
yeah, but the thing is, like, well, long as the Lednev is fine and prospering from this, and as a leader of a new coalition. But the thing is, like, if the Lazak's reign is supreme, it means there's got to be some kind of betrayal or like a suppression of the Lednev. I can't allow that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The reason that you guys blockaded the thing was to kind of try and force the Lazax's hand. This started basically proving that people could fight back against the Letnev's oppressive reign.
I mean, Lazaks or Lednevs?
The Letnev's blockade of the wormhole gave the rest of the galaxy proof that the Lazax could be fought against. That's where I went wrong. Probably said it
Okay,
wrong
then-
because there's two L-named factions.
Yeah, but
So-
the thing is, like you said, that the Lazak's reign like 10,000 years, even longer, meaning that it obviously failed.
Yeah, it's supposed to start its downfall today.
I guess we're questioning, could we do
Like,
alternate possible
I
time?
guess the question I'm questioning is this: so Lazax is supposed to improve or fall from the timeline alteration? Because that's the vibe that, like, if the alliance is going well, that means that the Lazax should fall. But you're saying that this is continuing the Lazax reign.
You're not
Meaning
sure
that-
exactly what's happening, but this is not the way it's supposed to play out.
Something along the lines didn't properly set up the
Yeah.
domino effect.
This aggression
maybe-
must have been pivotal in starting the war that started the Lazax genocide, that ended their reign.
But possibly maybe the Lazax had just put forces on just the one alliance and then no other alliance formed type thing. That's always possible too as an explanation. Okay, so we gotta start a war anyway. Great. With the human side going.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Simple. Let's go start a war. Walks
Uh,
away from the camera.
Let's start. Hey, we can always just start killing humans.
I mean, theoretically, all we gotta do is commandeer a ship, and we're flying towards the wormhole anyway. We just launch a missile towards the Letnev, and there you go.
That sounds so much fun.
All right.
Yep.
Let's steal a ship.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but if there is something that you need, I would be more than willing to... what? What was that noise? Who's...
That noise?
No.
You guys hear laser fire happening at the entrance to the research lab. Several Lazax Imperial guards enter, led by an imperious sort of figure who isn't wearing as much of the armor.
Oh, mother fricker, it's a stupid robot purposely did this bullshit.
You all are under arrest. You have been betraying the Lazax Empire. You've been
Mercurial,
trying to
fight.
succeed from this union. We know that this is to be true of the Hylar. Please, we
We weren't doing anything untoward. We don't have direct contact to the Jolnar universities.
Impossible. You all are under arrest. Destroy this laboratory and take them.
They start pushing themselves in and start taking and arresting people. One of the Gashly servants comes forward and starts like fighting their way, determined not to be imprisoned even by the Lazax. Kubel looks to you guys. It is of vital importance that you guys restore the timeline. I don't know exactly what you need to do, but I have transit diodes here. I could send you to one of the Sol ships. They for sure have transit diodes, and they're currently allied with us. They would allow the transport to happen.
Yeah, that
All
sounds
right.
like a good idea.
Yeah, haste,
All right.
please.
All right, let's just get you into the transit diodes. Quickly now. Oh, jeez. Quickly, throw the lever. Just do it. And they pull the lever, and you guys are transported up to the Sol ship.
We'll miss
Rock
you,
lever.
Bunsen Honeydew.
Of course. Now, let's go to another screen.
Once it's not Beaker who's suffering.
All right, hold on. So, this brings us to the Letnev blockade of Quan. And we got a nice little timeline collapse clock still there for you guys.
God, it's beautiful.
God, it's beautiful.
Oh, damn it.
The good old days. All right. So you guys arrive on the Sol vessel. You are on, we'll say, their strike carrier, which is this one. It's a vessel that normally carries a ton of like soldiers and stuff, as well as their massive force of fighting ships. You guys arrive in one of the transit diodes, and they allow the transport to go up, although they weren't expecting it. And you quickly like take out one of the transport officers because they are gonna like do stuff like try to put you through security and whatnot, and you're starting to fade fast. So you just need to get past this person. But now that you're on the ship and at their transit diodes, a communication comes in from Kubel down on the surface. He says, "Now, please, if you can get close to the wormhole, an explosion with these types of chemicals on your ship should initiate a chronoton burst, but you'll have to get past the Letnev fleet. If you can do that and set the transit diodes to these coordinates, it should be able to get you back to your time. I need to go. I can't be of more help. I'm sorry."
I hope he should be fine if we set the timeline, right?
He's dead. 10,000 years in the future.
He must have
I
had
think-
children.
Hopefully. All right. So what's the plan, guys?
So we're in basically a human ship that we need to crash it into a Letnev thing while using the transit diode by the
Okay.
wormhole.
First of all, what's the complement of the strike carrier?
Oh, there's so many people on here, like hundreds,
Yeah.
perhaps thousands.
No. So what is the cargo of the carrier? I guess.
It has like probably scores of fighting ships. They kind of look like futuristic-looking fighter planes. They've kind of clung to that design, even though they no longer need things like lift in space. But they still have that shape in general. The carrier itself looks like a gigantic, like naval vessel almost, kind of like a giant shipping liner. But it's just filled with different hangars that are all filled with ships. The ships, a lot of them are like going in and out, doing flight patrols, trying to show aggression against the Letnev fleet. But not actively doing anything because they don't want to start a war. And they've just been told that they do not need to attack the Letnev, they are allied with them. But there's plenty of extra ships Zaldenrock might be able to infiltrate one and fly one out there.
Well, the thing is, like, the transit diodes, like, it's only attached to the big ship, right?
Yes, the little ships do not have it.
And the transit diodes only work with people in the chamber, right? Like it can't be like teleporting somebody from somebody else.
You could pull somebody from a different space. You could try to pull Zaldenrock out of a ship after they've gotten in one.
That sounds like a good plan, Zaldenrock. You good to fly a ship to shoot some missiles and then we pull you out?
As long as I'm shooting Letnev ships, I'm A-okay by me.
Okay, that
No,
seems
you're
like
shooting at the wormhole. You're not shooting at the Lednev ship.
Damn it. Whatever.
He needs
Yeah,
to
it's
shoot at the
fine.
Lednev ship though because the humans need to attack first.
No,
Doesn't need to do
happen.
much
That'll
damage.
that'll happen naturally. Humans-
Apparently
I-
not.
What about a love tap? Just a little love tap.
No.
What's the least
Uh.
vulnerable? Just what's the least vulnerable part, or the least vulnerable part on one of the ships? Because it needs to look like the humans are the aggressors.
Humans will be seen as the aggressors the moment that you fire on the ship, and the fighting will happen naturally. We have our protocols about this. Long as you breach their,
I suppose if I'm in a human
Patrol?
ship, it'll...
yeah, long as
Okay.
you approach the patrol ship without any clearance, there will be fire.
All right. Okay, so we
Alright.
gotta get you to a hangar, and we gotta get ourselves to the transponder.
You guys are in the transit diodes and you've secured the room. Yara, this is exactly where you need to be.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
I guess the question is, I guess I should go with Zaldenrock, or...
Well, Zaldenrock's not going to need cover in a ship, but Yara might need cover if they discover that somebody's tampering with their diodes.
Okay, so I'll stick behind, stay behind Zaldenrock, make it to the hangar.
All right. So, let's do this. Let's have Zaldenrock do some stealth checks. Well, a stealth check, sorry. Let's say it's difficulty... We'll say it's difficulty 3, and we'll upgrade it once.
Alright.
And I'll use a story point to do that. Alright, you are good to go. I just want a red in there, because this could have dire consequences.
Alright.
Or it
Well,
could be
that's funny.
middling at best.
Bum, bum.
You can get a boost to an ally's next check. Well, you didn't succeed at your stealth check. You're wandering through the hallways, and a bunch of, like, human patrollers from the Federation stop you and go, "Hey, you! Bird person! Who the hell are you? What are you doing on this ship?
I'm a Shikrai.
I don't care what you
I'm
are.
here.
You're under arrest."
I don't think...
Okay. I have restarted the stream. I think everything's back now. I think it's just my computer's overheating. Sorry for the interruption. Sorry for the thing at the beginning, too. It's been a rough night for this stream. But I think we should be back. Saribot has joined. Thank you. We are back again. Alright, are you guys seeing it on your end?
Yeah, but I see you.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Well, I don't know where it cut out, but Zaldenrock has gotten out of the carrier with their ship. They've commandeered a vessel, and they are flying high. So, let me get this thing's statistics set up. I didn't put statistics on any of the other ships because I didn't think it was super important. But I forgot. Probably gonna need one of them at least.
Before Zaldenrock starts declaring war on everything.
Alright,
I shoot this ship. I shoot that ship.
so, Zaldenrock, you're in the pilot seat. Zaldenrock. Just want to check and see if this will work. No, that's not going to work. Alright. Well, we'll just have you do your checks on your own then, that's fine. Okay. So.
Oh, wow. Great.
Oh, no, ignore that.
Oh, okay.
I was just seeing if it would work if I typed your
Okay.
name in, but I guess it's not your proper name or whatever. Or maybe you need access to it. Either way, I need to remember how vehicles work. So, I believe you are the pirate. You are the pilot now. So you can
He's kind of
designate
a pirate now.
a pirate
Look at
pilot.
me. I am the pilot now.
So, Zoldenrock, you can set this ship's speed using the accelerate maneuver. Your ship speed increases by 1 or more, but it suffers system strain if you change the speed more than 1. I assume you want to gun it.
Sounds good to me. I mean, I don't need to care about how this ship is lasting after I'm done with it, so.
Exactly. All right, so we'll say that you're going all the way up to speed 4. Oh, that's your system strain. That's going to increase by 2. Because your speed is going from... Well, it's going from 0 to 4, so actually... Take 3 strain. And go to 4 speed. There we go. Alright. Your vessel shoots out. And at the start of your next turn, it is going to move 4 maneuvers, basically, worth of range bands. In the meantime, you've already done your action for this turn, so I think you are done. Alright, let's go back to here. Damn it. Not what I wanted to do. Okay, there we go. I'm keeping Shane on that page so I don't have to switch back and forth as much. Alright. Yara. Looks like it is your turn again.
Okay. I am not technically into the system yet, right? This is how that. Well, I'm in the system. I use the Aether Sprite, so everything's easier now to get through the next wall, right?
Yes. You just need to try to access these systems, but you're going to encounter ice, basically.
Okay. Do I have the Sarfang, or does that not work here because it's ancient?
It does still work here.
Okay. So I figure what that actually. That's how much it adds to it.
I think it adds 2.
Okay. So I'm going to try and get through actually the Great Wall so I can help Zoldenrock possibly with maneuvers.
Alright. So that's going to be difficulty 1, and you're trying to beat a strength of 6. You also have a boost, it looks like, so I'm going to apply that, because Gervalt's helping you.
Okay. And I'd like to use a story point here.
Alright, I will upgrade the check.
That's actually kind of hard to get through a 6.
Well, remember you have +2 from the Sarfang.
Yep, I know. It's still kind of tricky. Okay, here I go.
It is kind of tricky, huh?
Yeah, I got 3 successes in total. Damn, that's a terrible roll.
Yeah, that's only a strength of 4. Damn, that's not...
Yeah.
I guess the technology is unusual for you, and the Sarfang isn't working quite as you intended. But maybe we can do something with the hacking here.
There aren't too many hacking things I can do with there, other than I think I can keep... If there's somebody trying to get after me, I think I can just use that to keep them off of me, and that's about it.
You can get a permanent backdoor, but that doesn't really do much, because you already have difficulty... Oh no, wait, it does do something. Because the difficulty to get into the system is 3, you've reduced it by 1, you can reduce it to 1, so from 2 to 1. So you've now created a backdoor to get into the system if you get kicked out.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you could do
Does
that
that
with
stack
the
with the other one?
advantages. Yeah, it does. So now it's difficulty 1 to get inside the system instead of difficulty 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, this can't do much else with my turn because I didn't get through.
Yep. Alright, you can also give a boost to somebody if you'd like.
Yeah, Zoldenrock.
Alright, Zoldenrock has another boost. Gervalt, you just assisting with Yara?
They don't need any maneuvers yet, right?
Not yet,
I didn't
unfortunately.
get
Yeah,
through.
then just assist.
Alright. So, Zoldenrock. Let's get to you more. Whoop. Okay, getting the hang of it. Getting the hang of it now. Alright, Zoldenrock, the start of your turn, you can move up to 4 spaces. Well, you have to move 4 spaces. So, it takes 2 to get into the next range band.
Yep.
We could
So
say...
I
You're going
The
like
goal is getting to here, right? The wormhole.
yep to get to the wormhole on the other side of the Letnev fleet.
Okay. Yeah, so I go 2 there, and then I guess I can pop into this range band as the next one.
Yeah, you can go like here 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll be in this kind of zone.
Yeah, so then I can kind of pop in from here and then maybe weave my way through here.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so I'll move there for now.
All right, fantastic. You start zooming out of the soul kind of armada here. Oh, surely. Yeah, that one works now. All right. You zoom out of the Soul Armada, the Federation, and they kind of start immediately tracking you. They realize that somebody has left their formation, and they start hailing you. Vessel 413, what are you doing out there? Get back in formation! I assume you don't really need to respond to them.
No, not really.
It's not like they're gonna change any decisions.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the
Not like
They asked so nicely, though.
Excuse me?
The Letnev have taken notice of you. They aren't turning like their ships or anything on you, but they are starting to initiate scans. And some of the fighters have taken up formation. They are starting to move towards you. They're not sure what this is, but nobody's getting through the wormhole. Not if they have anything to say about it. So let's add them to the initiative. Okay. Let's do initiative now. Can we just get everybody's initiative? We'll do pool checks, because everybody's been made aware of this. Okay,
Okay,
everybody's good
cool
to go.
checks.
Pool checks.
And I can't open my character sheet. Hold on.
Hooray! Great, I have to go to a different character sheet.
Could you just roll it for me real quick?
I think other people might have access to your character sheet. Shane or C, could you do that? I just am trying to find my own roles.
Okay, it loaded. I don't know why I was having issues.
Okay, I'll let you do it then.
Alright.
I do have access to yours, but I'm just gonna let you do it then.
There we go. A bad initiative anyway.
I'm actually just going to have one initiative instead of 3. One will be all of the Letnev, so that I don't have to swap back and forth between pages. Alright, everybody's rolled good. Sounds good. Alright, so Zaldenrock has moved forward. You could technically do an action, Zaldenrock, if you'd like one.
Alright.
There's stuff like you could scan enemies, boost your defenses, attempt to jam them, plot a course. Of course, you could always shoot at them.
What about gain the advantage? Is that something that could help in this?
Gain the advantage is you could gain the advantage against one group of minions. But
I think
that,
plot a course might be better right now, so I can try to get by them and get to that wormhole.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, cool. So let's do a piloting check. Or perception. Either is allowed here. Which do you want to do?
Probably perception.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I have
difficulty
2 yellows
3.
and a green.
And you have a boost from Yara, who I guess is maybe tracking your nav from remote position. You're good to go. Alright, successful perception. So you can cancel a setback per success when difficult terrain gets involved, which that armada is for sure difficult terrain. So yeah, we'll say that there's no setbacks involved. if you enter the enemy fleet,
Okay.
which I was going to offer them. However, there is threats. We're going to boost the timeline collapse clock. We'll do it by 2. Right. Your hands start fading, so you tighten your grip on the old steering wheel there. Ooh, can I grab both of me? Yes, I can. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Either way. Okay, we're back here. It is Yara's turn.
Alright, I gotta get through this damn firewall.
Alright. It's a difficulty 1. You have a boost.
And I have the SAR thing.
Yep.
Alright, let's hope it... We can... There we go.
That's more like a Yara roll. You guys have gotten sucky rolls this whole session. But that is what we like to see. Oh, great. My screen just flashed.
That's 2 successes past the 4 then, right? So... that mean anything?
If anybody's on Twitch, can you just check real quick? Make sure we're still going. Or chat, can you sound off? Because my whole screen just flashed. That seems bad.
It's fine. It's working fine. But
Good. I'm just neurotic about it now. Now that we've had 2 weird things. Alright, so that's more than enough successes on the Great Wall. The Great Wall shuts down until the end of your next turn. So that means that next turn you could possibly also break the other ice wall and then do a bunch of maneuvers if you, for some reason, were given a bunch of maneuvers.
Yeah. I at least have... Can I use Strain to do more than 1 maneuver?
Absolutely.
Alright, I'd like to... Can I activate the defense systems for... Is there any way to use that to help Zaldenrock?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Alright.
So maneuver to do this and act...
You do that and engage the blast doors?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. We're gonna put 2 clocks up here. Zaldenrock, you have 4 uses of upgrading your combat roll. If you make a combat roll. So basically, you'll get a free upgrade. And you can do that 4 times. As far as the blast doors, they will now need to attack the blast doors if they want to get in past the lock and past you guys. So it's going to be a lot harder to get in than just a locked door. However, these actions have, in fact, alerted the people on the other side. Yara, you pick up communications from the bridge that are going on.
Captain, somebody's accessing those whoozy-whatsits.
The what now?
The thingy blinkers, the people movers.
Rizzo, I'm going to need more than that.
Captain, I think he means the transit diodes. Oh yeah, those things.
How are you the science officer again?
He's very persuasive.
Set the ship on yellow alert.
By the way, someone else has taken one of our interceptors out of the hangar. We thought that you should let you know.
What the heck is happening on this vessel? Move to red alert. Your Burmer calculations in the Durgan, he's in flooping over the enemy fluken. They're heading to the blockade. How long do we have? Durgan to minutes. Officer Piggy, green alert. Get a security team down there immediately.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Communications Officer Piggy speaking. Our strong, brave, lovely, beautiful captain.
Please hurry! Green alert! Security to diodes! On the double!
How is that, Gurney?
Fantastic. Now, contact the Letnev so that they know we aren't in command of that craft. All right.
When all those fails, Muppets.
Well,
the irony is that this is a human ship, so
The humans are Muppets.
well, listen, if anyone was going to play the Muppets, it was going to be the humans. All right. God, that took a lot out of me. All right. Gerval,
What funny juice left?
my funny juice is gone. The Voiceatron is on full blast.
Oh, yeah.
All right. The Soul Infantry soldiers are going to enter the initiative. They've been activated, and there's an endless supply of these guys. But for now, only one team is being is going towards you guys. Let's set them. 5 people, initiative, vigilance. All right, let's sort these proper. Oh, I guess they're probably going to go first, actually. All right, well, the security team is mobilized. Gervald, you hear noises coming in from the comms that have been intercepted.
All right, finally some action. This Iron Curtain was getting real musty. Grab your guns, goons. Let's make some mayhem. Good thing I just tuned these babies on Tuesday. Hey, not taking a blaster suit?
Nah, man, I finally got out to try my new axe. Here, Janice, you could take my rifle. Surely we're like setting lasers to stun, like peace and love and all that. Am I right, guys?
Plasma gun! Plasma gun!
All right. That's enough of that. Allie has just entered the room because I think she heard me yelling.
Is she?
I'm gonna commit war crimes against Muppets.
Is she wondering which faction you're trying to play as, or?
She said the monsters scared her awake from her COVID coma. All right.
And Allie's tell Allie this. Well, if Chris ever gets dementia, it'll at least be pretty funny.
All right. They're gonna use They're gonna use one action and one maneuver, but their action is going to be to move from long range into medium range. You hear them coming down the hallway, Krov. All right, now.
Well, the doors are already closed, so there's no point in me opening them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right now, the Yara just needs maneuvers, right? I think that's what. Okay.
They're set up to make like a ton of, or if they can. Oh shit! It's gonna work on their next turn, right?
What do you mean? Yeah. Oh no,
Okay.
no, it's immediate right now.
Immediate right now. Okay. That still can do something.
Okay, so in that case, let's see this. Which is field commander. Okay. I'm gonna make a 2 difficulty leadership check, and then I just need to succeed 1.
Okay.
Yara gets to make a maneuver.
Let me set the difficulty. Difficulty 1. All right. That looks like a success.
Yep. So and then I guess I'll heal myself a strain from that. Actually, it doesn't have any advantages. So Yara, you may suffer a strain to immediately do an action. I mean, to do a maneuver.
Okay.
but
So you
will
haven't
that just
gotten through
allow
the
me-
other ice wall, but there are other defense systems you can activate that will help Gervald.
yeah, I'd like to do that then, since I'm already here.
All right. So I'm also giving another clock to Gervald. Even though this was initially to upgrade your combat roll, I'm going to allow you to do a combat roll through the blast doors using turrets. Yara's given you manual control, but I'm going to upgrade the difficulty of those rolls. And you can do that up to 4 times.
Hey,
Okay.
you can still get free shots, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just okay. So let's see, field commander was an active ability. That's an action. So as a maneuver, I think it'll be something. As a maneuver, I may suffer a strain to do. Okay, heal 1 strain. Are you strained at all, Yara?
I'm at 3. I haven't taken too much strain yet. I'm gonna start
Okay.
taking strain.
I'm gonna suffer a strain, and then as my maneuver, I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to do inspirational rhetoric. So you're doing good.
Yep, I'll keep going. Got
Keep
more
up
things
the
to
good
blast
work.
through.
Okay, so leadership check. I usually make a 2 difficulty leadership check.
All right. Difficulty is set at 2.
All right. So let me just.
Successes.
So Imperium Supreme. Okay, so you heal 2, and then also you have 1 boost to all skill checks for 4 turns.
That's
Ooh.
going to be useful.
Hell yeah, dude. That's just persistent now. All right.
Yep.
You command Yara, quickly get those turrets online. Do it. I order you. You're doing great, sweetie. By the way, just fantastic job. Yara is feeling super confident and activates those turrets for Gervalt and gives him manual control. Keep saying Gervalt. I should try and say Krov because that is your new identity. All right. So, because I kind of like was out of initiative before, we're kind of finally doing a round. We're gonna go back to Zaldenrock, and then it'll be the top of the round with the NPCs going.
All right.
So let's go over there again. All right, we're back here. Back with Zaldi. All right, Zaldenrock. At the start of your turn, you have to move 4 spaces. So the Armada spaces are going to cost 1 more maneuver to move through, but they don't have setback dice applied to it when you do dangerous driving, which you will need to do. That's mostly what you're going to be doing this round.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so that's... Alright, so get into here.
Yep, that's 1-2 to start. There's a bunch of fighters zooming around in there.
Yeah, I can't grab it.
Oh,
so-
that's true. Sorry. So 1-2. Thank you for pinging, though.
Alright.
So you're
Yep.
here.
And then there, and then...
I assume here.
Yep.
All right. So it's difficult, but you started weaving in throughout the Armada here. Right. Let's do a dangerous driving check. So this is going to be... I had my stuff open. This is for sure dangerous. Piloting check. Difficulty equals the silhouette of the ship. Upgrade based on your speed. Your speed is between 3 and 4, so it's going to upgrade once. So let me do that. Your silhouette of this ship is 3. So this is a difficulty 3 ship. Or, check. And we're going to upgrade it once. There are no setbacks applied to this difficult terrain. Okay, you're good to go with a piloting check. You guys also have 3 story points if you want to use it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use one now.
Yep, the fact that there is, I've applied the upgrade.
Oh, wait, actually...
Ooh, because
Yeah,
this
that's
is
agility. I can use my
avian
special
agility.
thing then. Yeah. So
Oh, yeah,
I
then.
get weapons.
I'll remove the
Where is
upgrade.
it?
It's like 2 successes and 2 advantages.
Yeah, I just forgot what page for some reason that's on. Why can't I find it anywhere? There it is. Okay. 2 successes and 2 advantages. So it's piloting, and I'll add those in. And go. Oh god, what is that thing? Oh, it's despair.
That's a despair.
I'm like, I don't see that often.
So, this could be bad. This could be bad.
But there's so many successes.
This could be bad. Okay. So, you succeeded. That's for sure. I don't know where the rules live for this. Let's see how we can spend these advantages, though. Ignore environmental effects until your next turn. That sounds like one you want to do, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, for the advantages and like special.
For the advantages, spending those.
Yeah, using them for vehicle stuff.
Okay, so let's interpret this by saying, as the fighter ships start moving in on your location, you find a path that would lead you through like 2 dreadnoughts that are like overlapping each other. It would be a tight squeeze, but it would be a clear shot. Like the other ships would only be able to follow you; they wouldn't get in your way. However, as you try and do this maneuver and succeed, it does put you on a glancing collision with one of the other ships. I'm going to spend the despair and say that you've suffered a minor collision with another ship.
Okay.
You're going to suffer a critical hit. minus your defense times 10. So what that means is this vehicle's defense is 2, so it's going to be a critical hit minus 20. I'm going to roll a critical hit on this ship. Critical roll offset, I'll do minus 20. Hope that works. Okay. So actually, that roll was low enough that you've actually offset the entire thing. Even though it says that you got a 1, the way that this works is, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe you just ignore the collision. It didn't affect you.
All right.
On the other hand, I will have the other ship. We'll have the Letneb Ashbringer suffer a minor collision as well. Both ships suffer when a critical happens. A 30... Oh, dang it. Hold on. They also get minus 20. Okay. Defense is damaged. This vehicle's defense is compromised, so its defense is now 0.
Loser.
It had 2 defense, so we'll just put a broken shield next to this one. You crash into it, and its shields blink out. You are a little rattled, but otherwise you are fine, and you've plotted a course that's going to ignore all of the bad stuff that happens. So, that was a little hard to parse, but we got there. Let's have the Ashbringers go. They are turning towards you. They are keeping their speed rather low, so they're only going to increase their speed to like 2. Then, oh great, it's not visible because I didn't activate that. Okay, well that's fine. We'll just pretend that all of their speeds are 2. These guys are going to move in here, using the shift position, reposition maneuver as an action. This one does not need to reposition, but it's setting its speed for moving next turn. It's going to take 1 system strain to do that, and they're going to fire upon you. They don't know that you are trying to save the timeline or whatnot, so they are just going to shoot. Right.
Well, it's all part of the plan, right?
Yeah. They're going to do some like a warning shot across the bow kind of thing, but it could still do heavy damage. Let's do it. Difficulty. Their allies are engaged with you, so this is going to be difficulty 1 with an upgrade. Okay. Oh. Well, this explicitly happens when there's a despair, when they're shooting into a space engaged with an ally. They have just hit their ally. So,
This is gonna be a weird timeline.
yeah. Uh-oh. Danger. So let's have them hit the one that didn't suffer the collision, that's maybe chasing after you. Maybe they repositioned in an odd way. They're going to take 3 damage. They're not going to spend it on the critical hit at all. That's going to breach 2, so it ignores their defenses, so it's just going to deal 3 damage to them. Cool beans. Which is enough to almost destroy that one of those ships, so that's a good thing they didn't. Alright, let's go back to our other allies. Alright. So it's not Yara's turn, because there's another NPC turn that we can do. So let's have the Sol Infantry go. Right. They come up, and they see that the blast doors are down. So they point at it, and they start shooting. Let's do an infantry grenade. That seems like it would be a good thing to use here. It's not gonna blast, like, hurt Gervault or anything. It's just to try and deal as much damage as they can to the door. The door is going to... We'll say difficulty... Well, they're attacking at ranged, so it's difficulty 2, because they're medium range. And we'll upgrade it. Upgrade their check. Alright. They toss a little grenade. Oh, that was a little big. There, that's a better grenade sound. That explodes, deals 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
That's an impressive grenade blast. Why can't we get dice rolls like this?
I don't know. So that's 11 damage. Blast doors have 4 wounds, but they have a bunch of soak. So they are going to take 3 hits from this, because their soak is 8. So we will move the blast door clock up. Alright, it's taking a bunch of damage. One more hit ought to do it. Can they do any maneuvers? I guess they can maneuver a little bit closer, just to, since they've already used the grenades. So they'll move 1 range band.
Fire at will! Get those grazers blazing and blazers blasting! Get those doors open too!
Alright, who wants the next turn?
Well, I guess I think I should take it just... Wait, is Yara gone?
Yara hasn't gone, this is the top of the round. For you guys.
Okay, I got... Yara, do you need a maneuver?
I have to get first. So it makes sense for me to go see if I can get in and then see what you want to do.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you go first then.
So I'm going to try and break this ice wall. That's the action. Doop-a-doop. And I have a boost from the thingy, right? Was your last leadership thing?
Yeah, that lasts for 4 turns, so...
Yeah, that should
Okay,
still
so
apply.
I'll apply the boost. Difficulty 1.
And do I want to use a story point?
You have 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll use a story point. I'll make sure this goes through because we don't want the setback.
Alright, you soup up your computers, thanks to information that you've gained from the Hylar.
Alright, going. Nice, a triumph!
Hell yeah, dog. That's you, the dog. Okay, so that's going to be plenty of successes. More than enough to overcome it. So we're not counting the SAR thing in the successes. That counts towards your strength to overcome the wall. But you did get 4 successes, so you can use those to click the diodes, any diodes that you want, up to 4 times. You can then use the advantages to split up the rotation between any number of diodes. Otherwise, you'd have to just do it to 1.
Okay. By the way, can I basically do a... Oh, does the hard shutdown, can I use that to basically get rid of the security program?
Hard shutdown to get rid of the security program.
If the hacker successfully overrides the security program, it is so thoroughly disabled that it cannot be reactivated for the remainder of the encounter.
Oh, what's that for?
The triumph.
Oh, the triumph. Yeah, sure. You can just say that this is shut down.
Basically, this is my computer until I log off.
Yeah, we'll say that... So what this is it's going to shut down the ice wall. So you will be rolling against difficulty of 0 to see how many successes you get.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Makes it easier to get this diode thing going.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I'll use them. All right, so this is a puzzle, I'm assuming. Do I know anything about how this puzzle works?
You know as much as I do, man.
Great. And it's 30 degrees, which is...
It's basically to a point, then to an edge, then to a point, then to an edge, as far as hexagons go.
Okay. Great. Anybody have any advice on how this puzzle... Okay, that's purple, so maybe the red and the... Yeah, I'm going to try this. Oh, this one, I want to rotate to here with 2 successes.
Okay, so 1, 2... That's 2 successes. You could do 3, 4, if that's what you're going for.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You rotate it around.
I don't know if it does anything.
It's okay. We'll give you a... Doesn't that sound nice?
That did sound nice. Is that a good sound?
It sounds good.
Great. And I want to use a maneuver. Well, I already have. I have access to everything still, right? Is how this currently is.
Yeah, you've disabled the ice using your action. You've used a maneuver to align the diodes. You have another maneuver.
Yeah. Can I do anything else with activate defense systems, even though we already got it mostly pulled up?
Nothing else can really be done with that. It's kind of been done already.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, is there much else I can do command-wise if the blast door is already closed?
You could realign the diodes. I'd let you do an incidental roll, since this is like a weird thing we're doing. So you just get another roll.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, I'll set the difficulty at 0. And you still have the boost, I guess, so...
Yep. That's a lot of rolls.
Uchi mama. Okay, so you can split up the roll with 2 advantages. There's no countermeasures yet, and there probably won't be, because you're not rolling against anything anymore.
Yeah. So I want this thing to face this thing. Yellow to green.
Okay, so you have 5 clicks to deal with, so 1. Should snap 2.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 2. So you can split up. You have 3 more to do.
And I want this to point towards the center.
All right. 1, 2. Okay, so you could spend another 2 advantages to use your last success to do another click.
I guess this one's gonna point over here.
Okay, it goes 1 click in that direction.
Yeah.
All right, things are starting to align, it looks like.
All right, that's it.
Okay, next PC turn. Who wants it? Urvalt, the door is probably about to go down.
Okay, so Yara, do you need maneuvers?
It's just aligning these diodes, which is basically an incidental roll, is how this is working essentially.
Yeah, so I'll let you do it again if Gurvalt gives you another maneuver. You've basically been given open reign to these diodes, so you've created this, like,
Well, okay,
this AI has helped you.
So is it incidental or maneuver?
You're doing an incidental roll whenever he takes the enact command maneuver.
Yes.
Okay, that's what it means.
So another maneuver will help him. And I'm saying that you've created like this AI program that has given you a free interface that helps you manipulate these diodes even quicker. Almost as if they're a bunch of stupid hexagons and they're very colorful, and a baby could do it now.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna have to give up shooting with the turret. That's the issue. So, okay. So I'm going to use my action to do the leadership check, and you may suffer a strain. You have to suffer a strain though to do it.
Okay, is this 1 or 2? I forget.
2.
2 difficulty. You don't have any boosts. You're good to go.
Okay, so you basically get to do a free maneuver. Oh, well, you have to take a strain.
Does the triumph get you anything on that, or?
No.
Okay.
This is just
Well then, 4 successes, I guess.
Yep, he just gets an action. Okay, let's see the commander. So he gets to suffer a maneuver and do a maneuver.
Yep.
See.
Which is going to be align the diodes. So
And
I should.
then I'm trying to see if I can do anything else in terms of. Okay, so I'm gonna do as a maneuver. I'm gonna suffer a strain. Do you have any strains?
4.
Okay, I'm going to suffer a strain to do the 2 difficulty leadership check.
Okay, it's still at 2.
Okay, let's see.
All right. Oh no, it's Omrock's BRBing, and he's going next.
Okay, so let's finish it up. Okay, you heal 2 strain.
Okay.
Sweet. Keep
We-
this up all day.
Yeah, I could do this all day. I'll say that you could spend that triumph to give yourself defense 1 until the end of your next turn, Gurvalt.
All right, yeah, sure. I'll do defense 1.
as if you spent 3 advantage or something.
Mhm,
All right.
I'll do that.
You're all right. You're doing an incidental out of turn computers check.
Computer.
All right, 2 successes, and you can split it up.
Oh, I also get 1 boost die. Is that
Oh.
still in effect?
Yeah, you're right. I took it off for Gerval. I will roll it individually.
right.
Well, it's not much else, so.
Not much else. So that's just rotating things. Yeah, I'm gonna try pointing this purple or this blue. Right, you know what? I'm gonna rotate this. No, yeah, put this 2 this way towards the purple.
All right, it has moved 2.
Okay, see how this goes. I don't hear any dings or anything yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yay!
All right. Last PC turn is Zaldenrog, but he's BRB. So I will just ask if he's here. If not, then we will probably just have the other NPCs move first. And in that vein, we'll just stay on this page and have the soldiers go next. We'll hold on this PC slot turn, but we're moving the soul soldiers. Soul soldiers. Alright, what are they going to do? Well, they're going to try and get through the blast door. Of course they are. I mean, we'll do another grenade. It only affects people engaged, but it's not going to get through the blast door, so they're effectively targeting Gervalt's space, but not Gervalt. You're still fine, Gervy. Difficulty 1 now that they're closer. We're good to go. Okay. It has 8 soak, and it did 8 damage exactly. I'm gonna say that's enough to break down the blast doors, at least. So, the blast doors are destroyed. Just enough, and they're gonna have to spend a maneuver clearing away the rubble because of how precisely they managed to kill it. So they don't do anything other than just stay inside of the hallway, Gerval. Alright, let's go back to the other map. Gervalt, Zaldenrock, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We skipped your turn, but it is
That's
back
fine.
at your turn.
Alright, so I'm just continuing to maneuver through this mess?
Yep, you have to move 4 spaces. You're ignoring environmental effects, which means that you could move all the way here.
Right. Takes 2 to get through that.
And you don't even need any piloting check to do that. You've effectively gotten to the other side of the blockade, though you're not at the wormhole yet. It'll take another 2 maneuvers to get there. So you do have an action, because you were
Alright.
not doing any dangerous driving this time.
Alright, vehicle actions.
Good boost defenses, which I guess in your case is probably like mechanics. Cause 1 system strength to gain +1 defense for the round per success. We could say instead of mechanics, you could do a piloting check and try and do like some fancy maneuvers, since you have the space now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so difficulty 3. I'll use a story point to upgrade this, just because it's an unusual check that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a boost from anybody? I don't recall. Did anybody
Thought
boost
I
Salt?
I didn't give him any, so.
Okay, I was just checking. I know he had one before. Okay,
Yeah, I think I used that one.
piloting check.
Ugh.
Failure and 2 threats. All
Oh,
right.
good. That's just bad all around.
So you don't manage to increase your defenses. You try doing like a fancy loop, but it causes a bunch of G's to collapse in on you.
Rusty.
Yeah, a little rusty, and the ship isn't maneuvering the way that the fancy airy ships do.
Yeah. Too
So
blocky.
nothing really happens there as far as getting more defense. Also, we're going to spend those 2 threats on the timeline collapse, which is now at 5 out of 8 life slices. You guys notice that you are starting to fade even quicker now, as the timeline
Nobody.
accelerates towards an inevitable end. Let's have the Ashbringers go now. I was gonna boost the turns. Okay. So they have to move. We're gonna go 2 spaces here, 2 spaces here. This guy had to move in the direction that he was moving, so he's gonna move here, reposition himself here. Actually, he kind of ends up here. Alright. The rest try to follow you through that space where the dreadnoughts are, and they are going to fire upon you. And here we go. Okay. Let's do some beam cannons. Difficulty 1, you have 2 defenses, so we're going to add 2 setbacks. I'm going to upgrade it once because their allies are in the space. Don't have much story points left, so I'm not going to spend any. Okay. Alright, let's roll for it. Nothing. Well, doesn't that feel nice to be on that side of it for once? Alright.
Good job, Zaldenrock.
That was one of them. Let's do another one.
Oh no, Zaldenrock.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Cut off a little bit there, but it's fine. So one of them hit. One of them landed a hit. That's going to be Breach 2 with 4 damage. So let me check. I'm going to ask you what the armor is. Okay, so you have armor 1 on this vehicle. So that's going to deal 3 damage to you. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. Oh, no!
Okay.
How much health? Okay.
I know, I'm like, how puny is this ship?
Okay, so that deals 3 damage to you, which isn't that much, thankfully. So, alright, let's go to the top of the round once more, with Zaldenrock lingering near the wormhole, shouting back on comms like, anytime now, just give me the signal. Alright.
I'm solving a puzzle for children.
Alright, Yara, do you want the turn?
Yeah, let's see if I can get this done.
Alright.
Computers check. The boost should still be active for, what is it, 2 more turns?
Yeah. So I'm going to apply the boost. Difficulty 0.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Sweet.
Wah wah wee wah. You can split it up to twice, and you have 5 clicks to deal with. Are you going to continue the blues path?
Yes, I'm gonna get the blue to face the purple.
Okay, that's only 1 click.
And, okay. I need to get the green all the way to face this one. That's what I think I need to do.
2, 3, 4.
God damn it! It's
Ugh.
just short.
Looks like 2 more clicks. Well, you could do another maneuver.
Yeah, I'll just try to align the diodes again.
Alright, I'm going to spend a story point to cause this difficulty to spike a bit.
Okay.
Somebody has gotten wise to what you are doing, and even though you have this system pretty much set up exactly the way you want, they're now fighting back against you. So you've decreased their difficulty, but they still have a difficulty of 1 purple and 1 red. So, you can roll once more.
Okay.
Alright, it's still good. So that's 4 clicks.
So that should be enough to at least get the green line.
1, 2. Alright.
Does it seem to be working now?
Alright. Well, you check around, and it looks like it's working. There's all these good noises going on.
Zaldenrock, I hear good noises. I think it's working.
Fantastic, hurry it up.
Alright. You guys step onto the transit diodes. Well, at least Gervault. Actually, this is a little difficult. Alright. We might have to wait a second before we pull any triggers, huh?
Yeah, because Zaldenrock needs to fire those missiles, doesn't he?
Yeah, we're gonna need to go like through the eye of the needle here. Alright.
I'm gonna take cover. Let's take some strain to take cover.
Well, you've done two.
Well, okay, I can do an action then if those were 2 maneuvers.
Yes. Those are 2 maneuvers with incidentals attached.
Okay, what actions could I take to help here?
You could assist Zaldenrock, maybe? Well, like use... Oh, you can still only do 2 maneuvers a turn.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to figure out an action that would make sense in this scenario. So they blew up the blast doors, and they're coming for us. Would you allow me to do like a mechanics check to like put a little barricade back up?
You could attempt to repair the blast doors.
Yeah, I might as well. I got nothing else to do with my action.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tall order, because that's... Like, it got blowed up.
It got blowed up. Just one, delaying one action is enough to save us a round,
Okay, I'm gonna set this at a very high difficulty, but if it does succeed, then you will have bought at least some more time.
All right, I'm gonna use applied. Can use applied knowledge once more because I upgraded that to level 4. I'm gonna use science to basically find the best pieces for it. Use my skills to repair it as best I can in the moment. Roll this as a knowledge check.
Alright, you roll this as a knowledge check, you have a boost applied, it's difficulty 5. Go.
Ooh, this is gonna be rough. Nope.
Alright, you recover a strain, but the blast door is unrecoverable.
Oh, technically I'm at 3 because I would have had to spend a maneuver. All the science in the world can't repair broken shrapnel. Okay, I'm done.
Alright, your vault.
What else is for me to really do in this situation? I gotta wait for Zaldenrock, right?
Yeah. The infantry, though, are coming in. It might be good to try and get them to not come in.
Alright.
Pressing fire of any kind.
The question is, it's kind of late for turrets, isn't it?
I mean, you still have those boosts to your combat roll. I'll allow them to work that way.
Okay.
Now that you're not shooting from the other side of the door, they're basically enhancing your combat rolls.
Okay, so I guess I'll use the turrets to shoot because they haven't entered yet.
Alright, so you're just going to make a combat check, and then you'll upgrade the check. I just need to check what their defenses are. They don't have defenses.
I assume it's gunnery or computers?
No, you're just using your own weapons. They're supporting you.
Okay. In that case, full auto, heavy weapons, so increase the difficulty by 1.
Increase the difficulty by 1.
Suppressing fire.
Right, are you using a story point at all? It'll give you a second upgrade.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright. You have 2 upgrades, difficulty 2.
Okay, right. Okay, I can't spend 2 advantages, so there's none of that. But it is 4 hits.
This 4 hits. You fire into the hallway. In this case, minions dying will probably be minions like running away or getting injured but not killed outright. I assume, unless you want to maybe run into the same issue again.
What do you mean?
Unless you want to alter history.
I think just injured is fine.
Yeah. I just figured that, but you never know. With
they're all
old
gonna
Curveball
die.
here.
At this point, like, we're trying to survive. Full
Okay.
auto.
You've killed 1 minion. Let's hope that there is no ill effect to that.
Which Muppet died?
We'll say Sergeant Floyd Pepper died because I don't like his voice. The rebel scum got me!
Hey, those guys aren't the rebels. That's like the other movie.
Goddamn.
Alright, one of them goes down.
That was the guy from Final Fantasy VII. Did you hear the planet crying?
Can't you hear the planet crying out in pain?
It's like, everyone says they love MILFs. What about Mother Earth, huh?
My MILF is Mother Earth. Alright, Gervalt's done. So we gotta go to the other thing for some hot Zaldi action. Alright, Zaldenrock.
Like, don't Google that. Get some weird search results.
Alright, you are able to get to the wormhole this turn. easily enough. In fact, you'll probably need to decelerate at this point.
Yeah.
So we'll just say that you decelerate. I guess you're not ignoring terrain, so you only need to decelerate to 3. You move into the extreme range band here and enter the wormhole. You're still like visible there, but you're inside of the space that has been like warped and whatnot. Like you are slowly entering the wormhole as the Letnev are like hailing you on all frequencies. The Soul are as well, but nobody knows what's going on. The Letnev are in a tizzy. They have started altering their orientation to make their way towards the Sol fleet for this clear act of aggression towards them. Alright, do you have any actions you want to do, Zaldenrock? Do you want to just, like, boost your defenses again, or try to?
Oh, I can't. I'm not at the point where I have to shoot the wormhole or whatever.
Oh, yeah. You could do that, but that creates a very hard time. Well, I guess you should, huh?
I was under the I was just thinking that everyone was waiting for me to do the thing.
Yeah, we were.
That's where we were at.
I completely spaced on that one.
All right, yeah. So fire.
All right, you fire the missiles. Well, first you take a nap, and then you fire the missiles.
All right, what is?
Oh God, that was like 25 years ago.
I know, right? So let's.
What was the? What's the roll for that one? It's under.
We'll just say it's gunnery.
Oh, gunnery. Okay, there.
We'll say it's
Use the
difficulty
story
1.
point before he steals it.
Yeah, I might as well.
Alright,
got
story
plenty.
point applied. Alright, you're good to go.
Believe in the Schwartz, Duke.
Alright. There we go. The missile with all of these special chemicals in it explodes inside of the wormhole. You start getting bombarded with a wave of chronotons. You've never felt like you've been in multiple places at once, but this is the closest that you're going to get. You feel like you're in several different timelines at the same time, almost looking at each other, like at yourself across these multiple timelines. Like you look back and it's like Ray in that cavern, and you just see infinite copies of you just going off into ad nauseum infinity.
Boy, we're Bioshock
just,
Infiniting this.
Yeah, you're just like, yar, grr, get me out of here.
He's going through a space odyssey moment.
All right.
Don't worry, Zaldenrock, you won't come back as an egg, I promise.
All right, let's go to an NPC turn. We'll say that the Letnev are going to go here. And now they're going to start shooting at you once again. Let's see if you can survive inside of the ship for long enough. Dun, 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 dun. We're going to give them some setback dice in addition to your defenses, because you're inside of the wormhole and it's screwy. So they're going to do some gunnery checks. Ooh, 1 success. So that's going to be 2 damage to you. Or, I'll just keep track of that. I'll apply it after I'm done all the rolls. Okay, a fail. And then 2 more damage. Or 3 more damage. So 5 damage total. They get a bunch of threats as well. They're using that to like, one of them crashes into one of the dreadnoughts. One of them has to like peel off. We're not going to give them mechanical disadvantages at this point. It's mostly seeing if your ship is going to survive. I said it was, what, 5 damage? So you're now at more than half, like, ship survivability. Let's hope that everything works out. Second NPC turn. The Soul Infantry move in. And hopefully this will be over soon. Alright, they move in. They're still in short range of you, Gervalt. They're going to continue up their fire.
Now we just gotta hope they don't do a lot of damage to us.
Pretty much. You have defense, right, Gervalt?
Yeah, because you gave me one more along with the if its range is 1. If its
Range
melee is
1?
2. Yeah.
Okay. Then you
along
have.
with the boost you gave me, so I think it's 2.
Okay, so it's 2 now. That's what I was wondering because I don't know your native, whatever. All right. So difficulty 1 plus 2 setbacks. Let's do some shoots. Oh, we need to reduce their minion count. There we go. Ooh, success. That's 6 damage with Pierce 3 to your soak. It ignores 3 soak.
Okay. Ignores. So what's the raw damage?
Raw damage is 6.
6. Okay, 6. It is.
All right, 6 damage goes through. They shoot with their blasters, and then as you're like ducking behind some cover that Yara was able to provide, as they tried to fumble with the emergency blast doors, one of these soldiers comes up to you with a big flamethrower type weapon and just starts yelling plasma, and then just you take 6 damage off of the dome, and it goes straight through any armor that you had. All right, PC turns. Gervalt, you need to get to those transit diodes.
All right, getting there using my maneuver, and then doing full auto, I guess.
All right. Let me set some difficulty for you.
Yeah, just add one more as usual.
Add one more. No setbacks. Okay, you're good to go.
No.
Shit.
Swing and a miss. They duck behind the remnants of the blast door, and then the door kind of like locks itself, like in front of them, and they kind of just look at each other.
Well, that was lucky.
Yeah, we could have gotten killed. That guy was super accurate.
They open the doors again, and everything is as it should be. All right, Yara. Krav is on the transit diodes. You need to also get Zaldenrock out of there ASAP. The diodes have aligned with the Chronoton burst preemptively, so everything should be all set. All it will take is a pull of the lever.
So I can just pull the lever and it should work.
Let's hope
We
so.
have to get Zaldenrock pulled out first, I believe. Is the...
Let's do a computers check to get all of this synchronized.
All right.
Do you
let me
want to
use-
spend a story point?
Yes, I would. All right. I'll push the button.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. What?
3
That's not
advantages
good.
and a triumph.
Yeah, I think I
Which-
technically failed though.
It technically failed though, yeah. Because it
That's
all
not
got
good.
canceled out.
Yep. I
Okay.
rolled. Did I literally roll one of the worst setbacks I could? Damn.
I'm gonna say with your triumph, Zaldenrock is now in the transporter buffer. Like the orientation of their atoms has been saved in the computer. But right now they only exist as floating atoms in space. You will need to reinitialize the lever pull. Something might have gone wrong. You yell at Krav to maybe
Hold on for another turn.
hold on for another turn. All right,
Jesus
Zaldenrock,
Christ.
you are caught in a pattern buffer. You cannot do anything.
Great.
Perfect.
I'm gonna use a maneuver to take cover.
Sure, you take cover.
Oh my god, he's putting a pattern buffer. Are we gonna get a 2 Vix?
I don't know what the possible things of this episode could be. All right, the Letnev ships shoot at Zaldenrock's ship and explode it. Thankfully, Zaldenrock is in the pattern buffer. He is not inside that ship anymore.
But it
The-
starts a war.
It starts a war. There's an explosion in the Letnev line. They take that as a clear act of aggression, whether or not it was just one bad apple. They will not take that insult. Your timeline has been solidified if you can get back there. I'm gonna remove that clock. Zaldenrock will still see it, but you know, it's there. All right. You get fired upon. Actually,
Hey, they're trying to escape through the diodes. Shoot that thing.
Yeah, fuck up the diodes.
Shit. God damn.
Damn these Muppets. They start shooting at the transit diodes at the console. So I'm going to call this difficulty 2. I'm going to upgrade it with a story point. Okay, they got 8 successes. I'm treating this a little bit like the blast doors. I'm going to say that if they get another hit off like that, it will destroy the console and render you guys trapped in the past. Alright, top of the round, Yara.
Yeah, I guess I gotta just make sure this works. I'll use another story point.
That's fair. I'll assume that Gervalt's maybe helping by providing the suppressing fire.
That'd probably be good since it's.
I can't hear you.
All right, let's go.
Chris, can you respond?
I didn't hear you say anything. Dan, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear him.
I just heard the Dan, can you hear me part. Like, you just cut out, like, tremendously.
Oh.
Yeah.
That might have been a connection issue then. On your
My
end.
probably then. Okay.
Well, that computer's check looks pretty damn good. I'm going to say that, Yara, you just take on another stress as the pattern buffer clears, and the transit diodes have aligned. The pattern buffer is cleared of Zaldenrock. He appears now next to Gervalt and you on the pad for the teleportation, and then the Chronoton burst starts waving through the vehicle. You saw this before as like waves of green energy passing through the vehicle, but you didn't know what it was before. Now you can see it. Everything should be as it should be. And you guys teleport back through time. Let's get everybody. First, let's move you here, and then let's move you here. All right. You guys return back from whence you came. It looks as if the transit diodes did not work the first time, and you guys were just caught in the pattern buffer for a little blip. Everyone is here. Are you folks okay? I did not realize that this would happen. There was an unregistered burst from the wormhole. We don't know how this is possible. This was not my fault. I don't know what happened. They are trying to claim it was sabotage.
I want to go examine Mr. Robot.
Go and examine Mr. Robot. I mean, he looks the same as when you sensed or scanned him before.
Politically correct term is a cyborg.
Yeah, I don't know how to. There's like no insight of this thing, right? Like, I don't even know how I'd read a robot.
Well, for now, you've just had a massive adventure. You just kind of take them at their face value and decide you'll evaluate it later. But in the meantime, that's the end of this adventure.
Damn it.
Only a
got a
little
lot
bit
of
over.
Yeah.
Could have had something good.
Hey, you guys now have the Hylar are able to repair your transit diodes at your space station, and they apply them to your ship. So now you can transport from your ship to like the surface of a planet, in and out of your space station at will, etc.
Oh no, I'm trying to get to Barclay. No transports.
No transports.
Was I able to like save any of this data to my stuff to like use for future? 'Cause this would probably kind of be useful later for researching warp travel.
Well, it could be. In fact, I will. Did I give you a benchmark earlier?
I don't remember if you did. I think I failed my benchmark text when I.
I think I might have. So I'm going to give you your benchmark now, because you explicitly wanted to bring wormhole technology to the SAR. Wasn't that what you wanted to do?
Pretty much use it for communications and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely a benchmark for that. In addition, you get the research laboratory and the archive for your space station. The Hylar give you access to their gratuitous resources, and you download the inoculation to the necrovirus that the L1 unit is able to give you guys. But with that, I think we're done. Dunzors. So thanks everybody that survived this stream that died like at least once, and started on a starting page for half of it. At least there's the audio. But thanks everybody that came out. Let's go raid somebody. Cave Geeks Online, so we'll go to them. Good night and stay shiny, everyone. We will be back for not clear, either Blades or Genesis next week. Not sure what we will find, but we will
talk to Harrison.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to Harrison. But we will see you when we see you. Good night and sleep well.
Good night. Take care. All right. I gotta get going, guys. Thank you so much, Chris.
Of course.
All right, have a good night.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Yeah.